I guess that's actually a pretty worth it trade. Now, HBox will use the rollout on here because rollout actually is faster on the grass transformation.
Yeah, that's such a crazy fun fact, too.
Nikki says, that's great. Please do that again.
Yeah, inviting the rest so that Nikki can just come back with both climbers, maybe get a handoff and make it game 2. But see how much percent this climber can get.
Ooh.
Forces the high angle. This is up smash once again. HBox has it flow charted out. I'm very
Yeah, I mean, that up
impressed.
smash is going to hit high in front of him, also a little bit in front and behind. Big jabs, no punish.
Okay,
right.
so
How do you
a little bit of a DC.
How do
Do
you
it back
protect
in it.
the egg?
So again, notice HBox is playing slower, higher up.
How about
Nikki
the
does. Nikki's
protection all now
adapting,
as
going
well?
in with the up air. Oh, that could have been a kill. Now we're getting a grab. This is going to kill.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna say, like, that's the first misrest we saw of the set, right? But back in the day, it was spot dodge, full charge, F smash, grab, and then get the off the side blast on KO. But hey, he knows his percents. That really worked out well.
That could have been a Nana kill, which would have made it neutral a lot easier. HBox's percent was still really low. So that was a whole stock swing. So HBox has misspaced his rest a couple times now.
Yeah.
And he's really got to make sure he cleans it up or just not go for him because he doesn't need them in this set. It's just
You don't, yeah. But I mean, look, set count notwithstanding, I do appreciate that Hungrybox as a player through the years has the confidence to continue going for those plays, right? They're high risk, high reward. He knew what the consequences were to miss that. Ends up being an even game so far, and now Nikki has to fight his way into a game 3.
There's a little empty lane grab. We're seeing HBox empty land a little more because Nikki's been playing off him landing with aerials. So he's HBox landing with aerials. He's usually fading farther away like that.
Okay, that's the benefit of 2 of them.
One takes the hit, one does the punish. HBox maybe didn't expect that wave dash. Does a spot dodge. No big punish though.
And once again, I want to remind the viewers at home, as a burst option, it's quite good when you have both climbers because, like you said, one takes the hit, the other one gets the up smash. We're approaching a percent where that's just a KO, but it's not going to matter until Nikki's next stock.
All right, now there's going to be more dash dancing from the climber. It's going to be a lot more mobile. No up smash, we'll take a back air. It's going to be good damage, kind of regardless how things go. One nice back air from HBox could lead to a kill, so Nikki still has to be careful. But he does a jab, gets himself out. Jab, of course, being large hitbox, coming out pretty quick.
Blah, 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 blah,
And that's actually going to reverse, wow.
Yeah, knowing the absolute limit of that reverse hit range was very important for Nikki to get that stock.
Sneaking in with the up tilt there again, showing HBox he's not going to be able to drift down in front of him for free and play a mix-up. Grabs the jump startup. Again, just a lot of outplays on HBox. Right,
yeah, I think wave dash and up tilt, it's a super long button, right? But you're expecting the drift in from HBox. So if he keeps giving it to you, then take the 3, 4, 5% you're going to get from it.
And so catching HBox, just jumping in right in front of him to force HBox to do a different option right there. So you can see he has a different solution on one climber as opposed to 2.
Yeah,
We're
I
not going to
think
see that
HBox
drift in
gonna
up
win
to
because
2.
you know he no pressure.
There's
But
going to be
he
up
made
air. We get the back
okay
air, just going to push
every
HBox.
tournament.
Still gets the grab. Nikki in the lead.
HBox landed in Nikki's face, jab, grab, don't mind if I do. And that jab was lower, that's why HBox couldn't jump out of that one, but he could jump out of other ones. So positioning matters on these hits.
Okay, is he going to
No
jock?
save, no save.
Still got 30% just for, you know, using the Nana as a little bit more bait there. Gets the fade back.
Good air dodge from Nikki.
That was pretty fucking close.
Downer not quite enough to really convert right here, so we're just going to roll it out.
Honestly.
F tilt up air.
His
Still not true, but I mean, it got him like 15 more percent.
Wow, it does a
F tilt up air. Still not true, but I mean, it got him like 15 more percent.
Wow, it does a cross up after the jab that knows he's not going to get a true punish, goes for the follow-up. Great awareness by Nikki. Incorporating your neutral into your punish is always very fun.
Okay.
Now Drill is going to combo there, but it's not going to quite kill. It'll still combo into kill, or we could just do this back air. That's fine too.
Yeah, that's why you saw him
like
going for
anyway.
drill into drill, just to try to get a little bit more damage before
Just
confirming
like
the
a
up
bike
smash.
roast,
But
And there's back air again. Hasn't been doing it too much. Shows it more as a KO option. And there's the pound coming in as before. Going to try and separate. No dice.
oh, the pre-mash from HBox.
Good mash.
No grabs. None today.
If you think about making an operation contact, I'm playing this game at the same
Catching
time.
Caught Nikki's jump right there, and that's what led to all this damage, all this tough positioning.
brutal angle.
Tapped on my second
Oh.
screen, I think.
Gonna give
Check
Nana
in
some extra
for
damage there.
updates.
Oh my
Two
gosh.
accidentally reverses, some accidental
Remember,
reverses that are not
RuneScape,
really
the
helpful,
Mickey
but it
mod
doesn't
has
matter.
never
Ices are so
skill right now.
floaty, and their drift is so poor that HBox can still just pick it up.
Could do some
HBox worked
fucking
so hard to get
fishing
that
or
stop,
something
too.
like that.
Yeah.
So many aerials spent. I
Fish.
wonder how stale that backer is right now. Okay,
Finally
empty
gets
hop.
the empty land. I'm surprised HBox is going for it. Nicky's been punishing it decently.
It's scary, too, with the second climber behind. You got to watch out. We're starting to approach a range where Nicky can just let an up smash rip.
HBox will be down in the set then, and force to play on his opponent's counter picks
That's
more.
farting like a cannonball. and
Nicky
it's still
not
knocked
CCing
down.
these
Oh, that's
back
it.
airs.
That's it.
Wow.
This is crazy, dude. Nicky
This
is,
is
I
big.
mean,
Adding
we
counter
said,
pick advantage.
we said at the start of the set, right? HBox is the second seed
Holy shit.
of
Yes.
this tournament. Like
Yes.
this crazy redemption arc he could be going on. And Nicky got close before.
And
at a
Nicky's
tournament.
gotten close on so many players in the past.
Yeah.
Gotten close on so many players, and he's taken his bracket so far. There's certainly a bit of an underdog story for both of them, really. So it's hard not to root for either. But Nicky's up right now, and he's had to make some great reads to do it.
So I would gather this is Dreamland. That's how counter picks are going, at least from their previous
Still
egg dog
just
Yes.
set.
pissed in us.
Which means they probably end.
Beautiful piss.
Did
the
they
city
start?
of
They started
piss.
on Yoshi, so they
Australian
probably end on
scene.
Battlefield.
It's
Would be my
piss in
guess.
jars and sorry.
Assuming
Have they played,
HBox
have they played on
wins.
FD yet?
No, they haven't.
I don't know. I wonder if Nicky would prefer that.
Yeah. Again, like
HBox can just make so much better use of the platform, staying
Right.
up there and doing all his
Right.
mix-ups and escape safely to them.
Yeah, it's
So
a
the
weird
second
thing. I
I'm
think
gonna get,
we
I
did
think,
see
since
FD
they
in their
start
egg dog
fighting
set
again.
that went to 5 games. There
Okay.
were 2 games on Stadium, actually.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the empty space, it's good for ice climbers on paper. My personal preference, I kind of
Again,
like
we saw
having
what happened when he
platforms.
didn't have the space on Yoshi's. He couldn't back up
For
against
sure,
the back
for
air. He
sure.
got ran over.
For sure. Let's see.
What
Wow,
am I crossbow
Battlefield
saving the
early.
bank
Okay, so
space?
We're not going to see Dreamland at all then.
Yeah. Well,
Unless
well.
Nicky goes crazy mode if he loses this game.
That pound does not show poke, so there's going to be a lot of end lag. Nicky free punish. But Ices don't have the best shield, so it's understandable why HBox went for that here. Nicky's also doing some
You guys
down
know
airs,
about
like
the
as a quick
fucking
button, just to get
shields,
some
man?
quick damage. If he gets HBox in a prime spot where he can't get another move out. And HBox just completely ignoring one climber and beating up the
Yeah.
other. Looks like he's not allowing for the resync to happen this time, which he has some in the past.
Okay, caught. Nicky held. No
Missed
jump.
the air dodge to the platform perhaps, or he just
Mark,
got down.
Mark,
Either
Mark,
way.
Mark.
Gives him a chance. Gets the grab on the jump again. I cannot tell you how impressive that is every time Nicky does it.
Oh, yeah. Wave dash in, power shields. Working out so far.
So again,
at least
we-
Nicky's not getting hurt.
And we got our back to puff, which means the back hit of up smash, which is stronger, is going to be active, and the back air.
Sure.
So maybe trying to catch HBox on that DI way. HBox very aware, going higher with his jumps. Wanting to see if he can get Nicky to bite, because if he can, he can just punish the landing lag.
Oh, HBox stuck in shield is super scary. Traded hit, that's not
Take
going to
that
benefit
trade.
Nicky that much.
Dragon Ball's moment.
Now it's going to be a kill. HBox will take that trade. He'd prefer
Oh,
not to,
shit.
but it's fine. He's really kind of a KO percent anyway.
Okay, up air, not enough.
Incredible snipe.
So, I mean, this is a whole cocktail of moves now, right? Back air will do it,
So,
grab will do it.
So that started from Nicky back airing towards HBox, faking it, and then HBox decided, oh, I don't want to deal with that mix-up. Tries to cross Nicky up. Nicky wave dashes into the middle instead and
Exactly,
commits.
exactly.
And again, this is what I was talking about before the set. Nicky's going to be changing up his neutral all the time. Whether I talk about it every time he does it or not, it is happening, and it's very impressive.
Okay, Blizzard hits. No real follow-up to be had. Nicky doesn't want to go into the corner too hard.
The delayed dash attack kind of stunned it on him a little bit there. Again, faking these wave dashes in, really making HBox uncertain of how Nicky's going to approach.
Yeah, the other important thing, too, is it's setting up a desync there as well.
Yeah,
you can
okay.
do a desync off turnaround F-tilt, which is a common one that Wobbles used to do back in the day, too.
Missed
A
that
lot
down
of
smash.
You know,
movement-based or
whenever
dash dance
if
desyncs
Dave
that we
is
can get out
going
of
so
Nicky as
good,
well.
meeting her
Nicky
parents,
misses one chance to get
shows
the
calm down,
resync there
calm
to stop
down,
the
tell the
punish.
truth.
And HBox going to run
Say
away with
something
that
like,
stock.
calm down, just trying to bang your daughter.
That still hits. That's
Yeah, if you had the second one, it's a KO, but you got to take what you get.
good. So now we're going to see more dash dancing. Maybe some wave dashing still. There it is.
Traded hit again. Great DI from HBox, not getting caught sleeping at the wheel.
Well, the HBox has been coming in a little late on that up air. The second time he's gotten hit in that way. Ooh, scary commit on that back air, but he doesn't do it a lot, so it's fine. Drill grab, so even if it doesn't work out, if it's not a full perfect combo, it still hits. Up smash, okay, that works too, I guess.
Yeah, it was really anywhere on the C-stick who would have done it at that point, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, tries to fight their way in.
So again, you see HBox putting out an aerial, Nikki backing up, using his dash to cancel his wave dash momentum.
Oh, okay.
Nikki tried to get the punish on the attack, moved in a little early. HBox tried to react, but again, Ices with their low traction are going to get pushed so far.
Right.
So it can be kind of hard to convert into rest right there. Again, I think HBox 0-3 on these rests.
Okay, I'm a little concerned if I'm Nikki. Yeah, you want to actually like throw out some attacks because that shield on the primary climber was
So
really
close.
small, right? You're almost relying on your Nana being there in time on the 6-frame delay to get the shield up for you.
Well, we're looking a little better here, had some time.
All right, cover your tracks with the Blizzard. Once again, HBox isn't going to drift into that one.
So you can see Nikki was reading, going to the platform. HBox red went in. So you can kind of see they both just went for different reads right there after their wave.
Oh, big punish, big punish.
HBox meant to fall through the platform with an aerial, no dice. So again, Nikki stalling out his wave dash momentum, shields this time instead of attacks, but it gives HBox the center.
If
They
you
keep
miss
committing at about the
rest,
same
you're
time.
much likely to lose.
Nikki needs to win one of
Notice.
these if he's going to get the kill,
Pressure
or
mental
get
as
very
well.
fortunate like that.
Not in a flow at all if you miss that rest.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Nana
You want
also
to be in
just
the flow,
went
and then
straight
just a
down
ragdoll,
towards the
you
ledge,
know?
so HBox couldn't get
Obviously
there,
going to the
jump
game
there.
flow shot.
That's going to take a stock as well. This is HBox's winners. Wait, this is losers.
Yeah.
What? Who did HBox lose to?
Couldn't tell you, but I can tell you this is a serious situation. And I can tell you HBox got punished off of full committing in because Nikki'd been committing in so much, so Nikki just waited and took his stock that way. This time, good
Nikki is
adaptation from
getting in
him.
a lot.
HBox needs to make sure he's balancing his offense and defense appropriately.
Okay.
Wow.
Separates the
Holy
climbers,
shit.
takes the stock. Very serious stock here for both players.
Expecting
Nikki
him
to move on.
not to win,
HBox
but
to
not
stay
to
alive.
lose so much.
HBox
Big
to stay
damage.
alive. This is the second
22
seed of
damage.
Tipped Off 16. Could be out of the tournament in top 128.
These approaches are not working out for HBox. These empty lands getting punished. Finally nails the back air. You don't want to be on the platforms or high up as Ices with your low aerial drift. Pound was high, not able to get grabbed. Good spacing from HBox. That's the grab.
Woo!
Does
We
he
got
convert
it in position.
Just like,
And that's going to do it.
and that
Nikki,
is the game. HBox is out.
he found
3-1.
the win finally. It took HBox to game 5. Took Zane to game 5. Took Cody to game 5. Every single top player under the sun. And the man from Germany says, you know what? It's a marvel of engineering that our ice climbers can get here today over the H-God.
It was a beautiful performance, and I really think
Wow,
HBox just
fucking
couldn't
amount.
find his way
Punch
in
bag.
the end. Nikki either stalemated HBox, or if he called his guess wrong, it was the same time HBox committed. He wasn't getting punished there in the last couple of stocks, and he just kept calling HBox's commitment every time. And HBox was starting to commit more as well, maybe anxious to hurry it up, to reversal things. Even when HBox had Nikki whiff on that pound, no big conversion, no rest, no nothing. So I think Nikki, finally found those grabs. He was, and again, he was changing up how he was wave dashing in so much. He had more room to move, and he found that grab, and he found so many more as well on HBox starting to jump and leave the ground. Just really good neutral, really good mix-ups. And of course, HBox was changing up what he was doing really well as well. Usually hitting a lot of the weak points of the ICs, which is why really, I mean, it wouldn't have shocked me for it to go 3-1 the other way.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, what a crazy win though from Nikki, right? Like, he is one of, I think, if not the only ice climbers who's beaten like a top 30 level Peach, like we talked about earlier. He's got to win over HBox now. Hard matchup. Had a win over number 1 and 2 last year at Del Park on the Grass, beating Zane and Cody at the same tournament. This guy is like on a crazy trajectory, and we circle it all back to one of the topics we talked about earlier. He doesn't even live in this country.
Yes.
He's not from America.
Man's jet lagged right now.
It's insane.
Yes.
I mean, what a crazy win. I'm trying to find the bracket. Maybe someone in chat can help me to find out who HBox.
At least when it comes to producing unit and converting that eco into map presence, I would almost say so.
Yeah, but think about this opening with coin. It's actually incredible. You just spam the 1-drops.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a chalice in hand, that's a go with the flow. I've worked it out.
To be fair, blue spell is blue, right? Like, it's, you know, it's fine. Life saving as well changes the opening. Just there's a lot of things here that can be done. There's even a world where, like, there is a world where you don't play Slither Spear this turn, right? But I just can't see it. I think this is too good.
Well,
Oh no, okay, he's gonna, okay.
In that world.
Gonna do it the other way, okay. It's like there's almost too many options, because I was thinking this turn, but instead of obviously the aura that was picked up, it's Slither Spear, and then next turn you hero power, and then do the draw, and then you start just building up the board, right? Which is pretty nice. But Definition did just get hold of a Madrasil, which is a pretty big deal. New heights into a Madrasil is what you want. Yeah, I've heard that card's quite good. Yeah.
So I think Ryan was trying to get out of Chalice range early. He's going to have to wait a turn or two for the.
Well, it's also analyze what unfair is the ice climbers.
Now he does have the option to just go Slither Spear
This is
Brew.
bad.
That does still die to Chalice though, so I'm curious what he wants to do here. Like you can't.
Definitely on.
You don't want to be scared of everything forever, but you look mighty silly if they just chalice you. Maybe you play it on turn 3 to sort of stop them being able to play a Drittle, but yeah, he's just doing the play that me and you would make instinctively.
Really killed him in the end.
They don't have it.
The ice climbers, infinite bullshit.
And the problem is, like you said, right? If you're too scared of it, well, don't even put a Slither Spear in your deck then, I guess, right?
Yeah,
If you're scared
well,
of it
you
being
took one
removed,
out.
like, yeah, why play the one drop? So yeah, I think, and also as well, if something gets played this turn, they're not new heights in you, right?
Exactly,
It's a big
yeah,
deal.
that's
I like this play though. If you don't have the Chalice, you may as well make it work somehow.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Take minimal damage here.
And now we're Divine Brewing our own face just to spend mana?
Well, honestly, let's see what's on the melee still.
You can
next
see what's
matchup.
drawn, right? If it's going to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
hero power draw.
Sure. Yeah, that's okay actually. That actually works.
Because this hand is sliding towards a Lanissa hand, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's actually going to be okay.
Previous events as well. I actually do wear them a lot, and I do think.
Not bad.
Sure. Oh, unchallenged tree though.
Yeah, I feel very affected by Xbox's loss, almost as much as him,
Or
probably.
something from this,
Wow.
don't
Okay, that's a
they?
pick
Sure.
up. Yep, that'll do.
The assassin made us
Some little divine shield clockers.
Yep, just
I've
more
used this
stuff,
week.
right? It's not
I
like that's.
cholesterol
I
cards.
doubt that's going to be vital to the win condition later on for Definition. You just want stuff to stop them having stuff,
Yeah, I'm demoralized.
and then
It
there's
is
going to be
bad,
what is
man.
likely to be
Um,
work on off
I
turn
don't
for
think,
Definition
like-
next turn, which is
Oh,
probably going to be like
yeah,
new
that's not
heights.
me. I'm thinking,
press
like,
a button or something.
That's
Just to ramp up,
very
and then he'll
similar.
try and get something really cooking the turn after with the Amidrasil reproc.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always fun rooting for Hungry Box. He wins
The
tournaments
hand
sometimes.
looks really bad for the druid when you sort of
Oh,
don't
he's
process it
got runners
properly,
on
but
his
actually
stream,
it's
maybe.
close to just going Incendious, it sticks, sleep,
It's
draw
always
a-
very close.
Yeah.
Whenever he
Board up,
loses
game
like
over.
a grand finals or
I'm
something,
not
it's
saying he's going
always
to do that because there's a lot
two
of damage coming
lost
from Ryan in
stock.
the meantime.
It's so
But,
close. You just need to
a
clutch
lot
it
and
out.
also
man.
not a lot in a weird way, right? Because this is kind of what I was talking about earlier with Paladin.
The
Is
only
like it
person
feels
who's
just
really
a
too good for him
bit
is Wistrov, I think.
inconsistent and
But in the
like
future,
a
that might
constant
change, I
enough
think. We'll see what
pressure.
happens next time
And
they
obviously
play each
Paladin
other.
can gain insane stats, right, and pop off, but no light bot available. There's this 5/7 and a dream right now to make this work, and like honestly, I could even see a world where this, maybe not actually. Does this just get frozen?
Oh, that was a good
Yes.
play.
Just
Instead of
new
Hayden.
heights, freeze.
but do you want that spell damage for other things? I think yes is the answer. The thing is, he just last game he chose to eat a whole load of damage and regretted it when
Yeah.
he coined out the
Right, some interesting RuneScape.
the guy. But
This
this
one, not do
time,
repetitive things.
I don't think it's the same situation. Taking 5 here and just chilling is probably
No, we
fine.
just
'Cause he's got to
need
go with the flow for big
Gun
swipes.
Lobster
And
to the
Amadrissel's
crossword
next
fish.
turn.
I guess
Fishing.
next turn could be go with the flow to freeze it next
On the-
turn,
on the shark
and then
outfit.
play Incendious, right? If you knew heights this turn. Because you'll have the refill from the Amidrissa.
He is going to use it.
Okay. I don't mind this either way.
Double surge unlocked for 48
I think
8 mil.
like this, you definitely. I think Definition had to ramp regardless, and because of that means no swipe. And if you're not swiping, like the rest of the hand, as you mentioned, Incendious, Sleep Under as well available. Like the rest of the game plan is there. You just have to not die, and that's a pretty good thing you aim to do a lot of the time in this game.
Yeah.
And look at this, there's tons of buffs, but just no more minion pressure. There is the maul available to put on some more damage and draw, but I think it's
this
to
is
start with a Hand
interesting.
of a
Some
Doll.
of some microtransactions. Now it's free keys right now.
This could be Hand of a Doll resistance or and just press the button.
A huge star.
How low are the lads? How much do these cost now?
Num 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 num. Num num. Num 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 num.
Well, we're going to find out they're 4, so... it was a rhetorical question.
Sorry.
Question there.
Yeah. For some reason, I had my brain on Lightbot cost, not Sea Shanty.
Right.
Holy shit, another fucking purple?
Okay.
Dude.
Push
Draw.
the 2.
Wish I had some
draw
dude,
2
put some
cards,
extra
see what
money into this. This thing's fucking amazing.
Gonna wait, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
he's
think
intending to win the game next turn.
Yeah, I just think the 2 mana doesn't do enough next turn, whereas with Sleep and the refill and then...
I could
you know,
spend some
I think
fucking
it's
money on this. I have
way
some
more
extra
impactful.
bucks I
I
can
like
put
the
on
whole-
RuneScape right now.
Sure. It's weird,
So I
'cause
think
I
this-
used to just not be against holds at all, and then I had a series of games where it's not holding here.
It's
that's
like
the problem,
shots
but now
that
you're, if you do
minimize the
need the
window.
third press, that's
It's
a
other
long
shark.
way off.
It's a
Well,
black shark. That's,
yeah,
that's
that's
the
I
worst
fall
one
on the other
actually.
side where I don't think the third press is going to be relevant in this
I'm
specific
gonna
game.
put this on divination, I
I think
think. 'cause that's
everything's
just
going to
slow
be
fucking
sort of
skill.
packed up and decided for that.
Smoldering lamp on necromancy.
He does
like
know
the
that
2
he's
skills
getting,
left around 99.
A bunch of 5/5s next turn.
Giant lamp,
The side,
which
so you
is
want
by
the
far the
maximum mana
biggest
to
one.
deal with that. That makes sense too.
also resistance over
100,000
here.
XP.
Which can go into this turn as well, which is a pretty
Same
big
thing
deal.
here. Summon the cute granite lobster, clank, killing, clonk.
A lot of this is going to rely on these Incendious procs, right? If they
Yeah,
happen or not.
absolutely.
Because that could change the outcome massively here.
And that is why he
Anything
didn't
else?
push the button. He's got so much draw now because
Yeah.
of that.
Fish, the
There's a swipe
waterfall,
as well.
fishing.
But everything costs so much because this
Activate
is what
Dream Color
Paladin
Receive,
does. This is why
double
Paladin has the edge
fishing.
over Druid. It's this exact turn
That's
where they
it.
just put all your spells
Click
to a
on the
million and
7
say
minutes.
good luck.
Hit 3 screens right now.
Weirdly enough, wait. Oh, okay. Huh. I was wondering what double
2 Legion
swipe
Cola is so much better than
looked
1.5
like that
man.
turn.
Right, I guess that's some fat thoughts right there, hashtag. Another is me
There's only
against
the one
buffets.
spell
Any
damage.
time
It
these
wasn't
days. I
too
used to
bad,
go
was
for
it?
4
It would
plates.
clear, right?
Yeah.
It's just the
And then you know
Empress,
you're getting
it's
it
just the
again, but
medicine
the next
making me
turn
feel
you
like
have
I'm
all
in the
this, but
stomach
with more
anyway.
mana. And the Incendious. And you don't draw, so the
Sometimes I'm
Incendious procs
fighting the
again
thing
on
of
the
fullness,
most,
but
right? And then you try and draw the
eventually the
turn after.
emptiness always wins. Anyway.
I mean, this is still
Yeah.
fine, obviously.
One of those places used to use vegetables though, because I'm so anti.
Yeah, there's a lot of routes to go with this turn, honestly. It's a bit of a tricky one with the extra cost, but definition,
there.
getting the work done, yeah. And again, this is one of the frustrations with Paladin. If you don't have a minion, you ain't doing any damage, right? Obviously, there's like, managers there, but you're not really... You've not got any threats without sticking a minion.
Two as well.
And definition
Could be
now...
exciting. Let's see what's going on here. What number was that? I usually get like 10 fucking packs watching this shit. Well, keep watching this shit. Well, for you, chat, we can try. Here's my book. We can try to broadcast in. Oh, that's so fucking bad. 60 frames. But if it starts lagging every 15 seconds again, we don't have a choice. I have to turn it out 24. Who knows why I have this problem with a new computer, man?
And guys, I was thinking the caster command is not right again. So once again, if someone can correct both the Nightbot, the caster command, and the stream title, that would be super cool, because that's one of the few things I don't know how to do. We are on Mother Nature, which doesn't give us any information. Marksman coming on the side of Julian K, while Frontline, we can see he is gonna invest into Abuse. Where are they coming from? Slightly on the side as well, but not as forward. Interesting to see. And swapping both of his trading posts onto coin right there. So he's gonna stay H2. This is the Portuguese that's in H3, and as we can see, there is now the 5 Yorux coming in.
Yep, the 5 Vills coming in, a bit late, but at least his eco will scale, and it looks like he's going for like an Azap Abus combo.
Yeah.
That's not something you see every day with Auto, but it makes sense because of the Azap counter Goon, Abus are good versus Cassador as well as the Goon. It's a good unit composition, pretty expensive, but
yeah.
We'll see if he's even going to stage 2. He might have just added these 5 Abus TPs.
It's possible when
looks like he's going to go stage up behind.
It's possible when it's a multiple screen problem, you know. It's possible when
because usually what we see with the Janissaries,
when I have my new screen, it's not gonna be able to go to 240 FPS even, for multiple two reasons, right?
They don't.
But then I can have just chat on go down for 4K in size and everything on my 32 over there.
For example,
it's possible that high FPS stuff, like my current screen's over 27 inches.
Those guys via Zaps,
everyone knows it works there.
As you can see, their multiplayers are quite formidable. And
they
scale extremely well.
9 ASAPs, they're only good against ranged cavalry.
Especially if your opponent is going into
it's not a general unit, is it? Don't ship it as a shipment.
One of the main units that the Portuguese player is going to
Julian K.
Sadly, he doesn't punish this third TC.
He's kind of stupid, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
But he has a kind of defensive place that's also stupid.
Touched here. His eco's pretty good behind.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Stagecoach. Looks like Julian might be going for Stagecoach behind as well.
As a thinker, I see stupid all the time.
First shipment? Did he go
myself and others, mostly others.
Let me double check.
If people really are about constant improvement, they haven't heard they're good enough so many times by others and themselves. Shouldn't even happen in theory, you know.
Early castle.
I'll do better, I promise, kind of thing.
5 Dragoons or more Albediers? That's going to be the big question right there.
I think seeing the age up, Julian could feel comfortable to ship 1k wood and just kind of sit in 3 TC boom here, but he shipped those 8 casts because he didn't see that the Ottoman was aged up yet.
Yeah.
And he's just going to go 5 goons safe, just ship units, push out,
kill the wrong with
that he sees now.
If you think of it like this, going for improving yourself
both
in
players have
multiple
done
areas,
game plan, what they wanted to
especially
do,
areas that really make sense. Let's see, you're bad at talking to women about women stuff.
Wood, by the way, coming on the side of
holy shit!
I cannot wait to see what he invests into from that 1000 wood.
Yeah, it's pretty. Some people see Constantine from his weakness. I think it's for people who are not alpha, you know,
I believe
which is just stupid.
We are likely gonna see a new Rax because that one is gonna fall. Likely a few houses, but maybe we are gonna see a second TC.
There might be a certain kind of
if we do. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely gonna see. I like this from Ottoman.
subjugation, it's
Ottoman does
called
get outscalled by
submissiveness.
Portuguese, but he hasn't got.
In
He
admitting
just
that you're
got the
bad
villager
and you
tech,
have
I
to
believe.
be
He's
better
sitting
at
at 25
everything.
bill cap for a second.
Seriously, does that even
But yeah,
matter?
with new TCs,
If you have to fish
slowly
out stuff
kind
like
of catch up
that,
to Portuguese,
you don't
but
do that with
still
people
Portuguese
when
are
you
just gonna
meet them.
outboom.
So
I think Ottoman's
sorry,
real
applicable is
advantage
it's
in this
just,
matchup is the Abus guns.
what do you think about that?
So if Portuguese is out on the map with all these Castador, the Abus guns from Ottoman
There is
can
maybe
do
an
a good
aspect that
job
you need
winning
to
the light
live
infantry war.
and not just exist in
Sorry for the little
not being
lagging,
good enough,
guys.
maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cazadors
that
have
guy's all
that
about
range resist, but the problem is this unit has siege damage. So they ignore all that range resist, and that range resist come at the cost of less HP. So Abyssinians are
absolutely
the
right.
perfect counter basically to Cazadors. And on top of that, you have Veteran Dragoon, which are the best unit basically of the port. They have a ton of upgrade, but on the other side you have Azaps, which are the best counter in the game to Dragoons. One of the few
Here's a very
units that
popular
can
opinion.
actually
I think the
truly
range
counter,
upgrade for the Dragoons is not strong enough. It's an
specified
industrial
for
upgrade.
that. So
It needs
really,
to
really
also
interesting,
increase
you know,
stats of the Dragoons.
Really interesting to see how it's gonna fare in the later stages.
Because
the Explorer is
honestly,
dead at the front,
range
so
doesn't
no
matter
second TC is
in
gonna come
the
out of
biggest
that 1000
fight.
wood, and it's gonna be a way more all-in approach. As we can see, veterancy on both. I forgot about the veterancy tech. I already assumed they were researched. They were not. So he's gonna use the wood for the veterancy and no second TC coming in. More infrastructure instead.
Well, you know what?
Came in
ASAPs
the
is
base,
good
more
against
houses, basically,
against cavalry
and that's
and
how the wood is
enriched
gonna
cavalry,
get used.
but the Abyss
I really
does
like
even
this
better.
I like this.
You never
unit
need to make
combo and a
ASAPs if
healer
you
coming in. Good
right?
play from frontline. I wonder.
look at
I
that
think Julian
damage.
K, if we
More
take a look at his ability,
2.25
frontline's
times.
on 26. Julian
Siege
K definitely,
damage.
41, scaling ahead. Also has stage.
Go through the
so
resistance.
as
It's
the
just-
game goes on, Port's kind of getting more and more ahead. But we'll see if this Abus
Oh, it's
ASAP
nice to have another unit as
composition
Ottomans.
can do well versus Port. I wonder how we're gonna deal with the how frontline will deal with
In
the
fact, it
organ
might be
gun
better
flow.
than against
Looks
that.
like Spotty's the answer.
You need
Indeed, CPAs are coming. They are
you
not
need,
enough Dragoons right
you
now.
need a certain
Plus, the Dragoons
upgrade.
are countered by 2 units
and
right
without
there,
it, they're
so
better against
I am not sure
arranged
those
cavalry
Dragoons are
than
going to stay
heavy infantry.
very long in this world. But we can see the organ guns, they are in position. They are starting to slowly siege down that racks right there. The Explorer going down, so no snare.
Here is
And
the
CPAs are
fate,
gonna come in.
gentlemen.
Really, the big thing right there is
We're
Ottoman
back to
needs
melee
to win
soon.
the next fight very decisively, because the remass is going to be
I
in
think-
huge favor of Portuguese. So yeah, if
Goose
the win
geese.
of the next fight is not convincingly in favor of the Ottoman, I have to say the game is going to be a bit doomed for him. Sipa is coming in.
Sorry, but I want some
And
multiple things.
look
We
at
haven't seen
that.
very much of
Julian
this
K.
today.
Being the smart boy he is,
We streamed
just
3
going back,
hours.
just regrouping. He smelled that
Spaheen
this was
is
not
Julian
going
gonna
to
whip them
be
into
a good position.
baguette
Yeah, yeah,
submission.
Very
Ah,
direct.
hit me
Yeah,
harder, daddy.
Julian has no reason to push right now, so he's just going back with everything he
God
has.
told me
The
to
Organ
punish.
see these
Yeah, he's got
spot
the
he now.
baguettes.
See a nice little pull trick here from Julian, I bet.
Feels
And
unsafe to say on
He's
Twitch.
gonna be completely safe.
Ah!
There goes one spot.
Oh my god, he killed the entire
Ottoman's looking to
Spaheen.
be in a tough
Holy
position here. He
shit.
needs to make something happen, but I don't think he has a window to do
Well, their
so.
range
Yeah,
mattered a
I
lot.
kind of
See.
agree with you. I have to agree
Yeah.
with you. I'm
Well,
not
I
sure
only thought
the
about
choice
that.
of,
In my
adding
mind, I was
missiles,
like, well,
to the-
when
to
you're
the base,
typing and not really
probably just
committing,
for the
range
snare,
matters a lot.
I believe, but I'm not sure they're gonna accomplish a lot, especially versus veteran.
You can even see, here's the
And here
perfect
we can
solution,
see
right? People
those
think
three
that
organ guns very well
Dragoons do
protected
fucking
here
strong
under the
already,
TC, in
the
between
Portuguese.
some berries, some
Well,
buildings,
just give them,
just raining
send
down
like
onto
6
those
for
veteran
6
Abyssinians,
Dragoons and
they
then
are
upgrade the
taking
range. How about
tremendous
that?
amount of damage.
think
Castador
that is
onto
cement.
Abus, never a very good trade right there, not a trade that you
Here we
want
can
to
see
take,
that Abus does have low
at
HP
least, but for
for being
now,
1.5 units.
yeah, Portuguese looking really, really strong, I have to agree with you.
They have
Even
equally low
these light
HP.
infantry,
Those
these
two
light
units
infantry engagements are
fighting
still
right
going well
now.
for Portuguese, just because there's not a huge.
Wow,
mass
look at that
of damage.
range.
It's good trades for
agree.
Otto, but he needs better. He needs better than good trades right now.
Yeah, it needs,
But that could be
excellent
these-
trades.
Yeah, these Falconets plus Culverins, the perfect counter to the organ gun play here. And I think if he can make something happen before Julian can get his own, either Culves out or counterplay, he could have a window of timing here.
wait. That's gonna be an engagement right there. We can see the SRs
Oh,
that I
shit.
was not sure
Oh,
about.
shit.
They are gonna
Oh,
come
shit.
forward
That's
and
not
they are
that
gonna
very
look
good, really.
to deal some damage. The Azaps need to go into melee, I believe.
If he loses his
If
body,
they
he's
want
in
to
trouble.
deal with other SRs, yeah, at range they don't have any bonus. Right
Oh.
there we can see the two Falconets. Can they get the first shot onto some of those Cazadors? Yes, but the Organ Guns, they are still gonna do damage. We can see one of the two Falconets,
The bear's
both of the
coming
Falconets
in.
going down.
They break down
And the
like
Mother Nature-
level 1
Mother
construction
Nature
arc
helping out the
shadow
Bears
this
on the
game.
organs right now. Colb's coming in, gonna be
It's
able to
literally
kill the
called
organ
like
guns, but they're running
shitty
away.
shadow or something, framed shadow.
Indeed,
Julian
one.
takes the tower and deletes it as well. Great play. Up
Structure.
5k score. The fight went around a little maybe better for Ottoman, but around even, which is
My
kinda what
organ,
Port
my
wants.
organ.
And now he just
Guns.
retreats to his TCs.
Just
and-
shoot left
and stays
feet.
safe and
We are
tries
not the
to
same.
die, and he's ahead.
Hey, yeah. I was gonna say, I think the map
I sent that meme
actually
to my
went
sister,
very
I was
Ottoman
like,
favored, but
you eat
losing all
bananas
of that
for the,
mass of Abus Gunners right
hey,
there is
I
really
for the shit,
a
we are not
pain
the same.
in the...
But she thought I was
what
talking
it
about
is.
myself. I was
Yeah,
like, no,
losing all those
it's
Abus Gunners right there is really
still
gonna
a super
be an issue.
game.
Because now it doesn't have any real range DPS, and we can see those Azaps. Sure, they do well versus cavalry,
Yeah, there's
but
not an
without
LGBT
the
streamer,
support
Shad.
of those
Better
Abus
make room
Gunners,
for me
the
to
damage
Python.
simply isn't
Big gay
there.
thoughts.
Very
It's
nice
like,
first tweet, but as we said, the
Dix.
remass, very simply, and losing the Abus Gunners kinda for free. In a way, and at that point, I really don't see a comeback happening here on the side of frontline. He's just way too behind in Nico, and his opponent just has a lot more mass at that stage.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it's GG. I think this matchup kind of goes as it always goes. Ports kind of does nothing, and it's on Ottoman to make something happen, and nothing really happened. Therefore, Ports kind of just sat and won.
Oh, it sounded smart, but maybe it's completely wrong.
Wait, maybe? No, it's not gonna cut it. That's just
Guys
too much
making
damage
house,
right there,
no?
and there is not a lot in the queue. If we look at the queue of Julian K, he's double
Let's hear
bashing
something
SRs at that
stupid,
point.
Shad. If his name starts with a K, we all
And
know
on
he's
top of
gay.
Yeah,
that,
the Husks
Cazadors.
were
I
actually
think Julian
stupid
K
big
kinda-
brain.
Yeah, I have to
Because
This
say,
is
yeah.
the case at the end, can
They
still.
forced the Azaps to
start
go
with
into
this.
melee, so none of the units were really fully countering those Hussars because the Azaps were shooting.
Indeed.
Julian K just making big brain plays.
Yeah, because once again, the Azaps, they have damage, bonus damage against light cavalry at range, but they don't have bonus damage against heavy cavalry at range, so you have to go
I just
into
realized that
melee,
other people
but
think
then
my
you
language
lose
is
a
really
ton of
smart. I'm
DPS
writing my
because
book.
your mass doesn't deal, doesn't shoot constantly, instead they have to move, etc, etc.
Like this, for
Which is
example.
always a little bit iffy. So yeah, very nice play by him. And big brain. I wasn't seeing the point of the SRs, and he did, and that was excellent. That's all I have to say. Very well played.
Yeah, well played. This matchup went exactly as it usually does, and yeah, it's just hard to play from Ottoman's perspective. They've got to make something happen, and Julian just correctly, he was pushing the Ottoman base and went back and
I don't have a
just
rapier
worked in
for an
his favor.
amethyst. You brought me an
game
amethyst.
sense for
Why?
Julian.
Just procure the ruby from his pocket with the least
I'm
shades of
looking at the
pink.
chat.
Join me Friday for a wheelie chair race, fishing exotic laziness and rum drinking
Yeah,
on a
one
sunny
of the
beach.
issues is that
Like scenes we are
as
in
said,
low toilet
ASAP
work
is
in beautiful
the
places
scaling
forbidden.
option, but I am not sure that ASAPs.
That's just one example. How about another
like,
one?
I really like ASAPs in the very
A little
late
bit more
game,
thorough
but
about the first
I am still very unsure about ASAPs
sentence,
in
historian,
the Fortress stage.
Bodybuilder James, a black body
and
shines
I
deepest
don't
onyx in a
think,
night.
the ASAPs
Night without
actually
the stars
played
and
out,
constellations,
this
abyss
game. I
without
don't
an
know-
answer.
I don't know what's your opinion on that. Huge res difference, by the way. 6 freaking K.
Yeah.
The
This
sentence
game
is
was
actually
decided
like,
on eco
well,
for
actually,
sure.
maybe
Support not
no.
scaling.
That's
I
completely
think
pointless.
ASAPs are an interesting choice.
It's one way
for
to look
sure,
at it.
But yeah, as Haza pointed out in chat, why make 150 HP ASAPs when you can make 300 HP Jans?
Yeah. I mean, late
Yeah,
game ASAPs
Board,
have
board,
excellent
board,
upgrade,
board,
but
board, board.
before you get those upgrades,
So
especially
seriously,
the
board
pro
is
one, I believe
RuneScape.
there is one there is
Bro,
expression.
I'm saying, my
Oh my god, look at that
all of
Disney
your
princess
top
hair.
20s, your MYOM, your GG Power Rank. I don't even know who does this shit
His
now.
hair is
You're
black.
Magi, you're
and
kudos.
the
Yeah,
face.
all them.
So he colored his
All,
hair,
They
all
doesn't
your
get
top
colored at
haters,
all.
bro, they be losing to OK OKP in the clutch, bro.
Your
When no
favorite
one's watching,
Versify
but now
Ossify
everyone's
looks
watching.
like
favorite
the
Australian
opposite
lost
right now.
2 sets.
Yeah,
I
he got
don't
his lip back,
care.
though.
I'm beautiful.
I can't. Oh, okay, nice. Damn, that almost killed. All right.
Nice.
If,
See, that's the new
if
cheat code. See,
The down tilt wait.
down till at the lip of the stage, and then you force the high recovery, and then you force smash it. I really like that. Okay, wait a minute. What's the move? Okay. One more up there. Oh, nice side B. That's saved. That's
It's like edge guarding Sheik if you just lost the edge guard. Like your options are down tilting Pikachu, or Pikachu has gone too high for you to do a move.
oh, got him.
I don't know why it's
Oh my
showing me
God.
this right now. Maybe because I
Michigan is crying
With
right
the
now.
Saratoga
It's kinda cool,
water,
actually.
though.
it shows me the
I need-
RuneScape when
I need to
I
put your
stop
face in the water and lock in, you
fishing.
know what I'm
You can't do it like during the set because
No,
it'll drip all
actually,
over the
wait,
controller.
what time is it, bro?
5 plus 5 minutes.
5:54 p.m. takes a sip.
Yeah, look
5:56
at that fucking
p.m.
unit, man. This
Takes a
guy is
set.
an absolute unit.
5:58 p.m. Dap him up.
5:59. It's like running on the treadmill for exactly 0.5 miles. Like at a
right. Where we going, Ossify? Deep thinking. Deep.
I wasn't
They
hot
kinda
on you. I wasn't
close.
hot on Yoshi's. I'm feeling Stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going back.
I feel like he got finesse.
I mean,
like,
I don't mind people being
my man
fat.
got
It's
hit
just
with that, like, I don't even know, man.
it's just a
There was
shape,
nothing going on
man.
to make me think it was like a
They have no
They
idea
had
how
us in the
healthy
first
it
half.
is.
Not gonna
Of
lie.
reading
You
all
know
these
what I mean?
books.
One of them situations. Oh.
Living a long time, but yeah, you know, I don't. It's okay being fat in lots of ways,
take
but
the
if you want to live a
upset.
long time, it's a bad idea. It's bad
It's
for
a
every
problem.
common cause of death.
And we
It's
said it
bad
was
to be
always
fat.
possible.
But
All
when
the-
you start
when
mattering after
you have
40
that lead
or
on Mario,
70, when you start
you can
dying,
generic.
The
you
cool
know,
thing about Pikachu is,
if you're
Pikachu can
overweight after
always
40,
bring it
you
back.
might live
So no
8
matter how
years
bad
short.
you get cooked in neutral, bro,
That's
two up
crazy.
airs and a handshake away, bro. Look at this. See, I told you, bro.
When a single throw rolls you halfway
Well,
across the stage,
yes, I realize
anything
now,
goes.
if you're vegan,
Yep,
that
I
might be
think I
true. I
forgot what
don't.
frame
You
it
have
was.
low
Pikachu
amounts
players
of,
don't
you know,
slam to
like
me very relaxed. I'm gonna
cholesterol,
play this character.
cancer risk, blood
What's
sugar,
it?
blood
Is it
pressure.
6 frames?
So you can be fat if you're
In
vegan.
every 2
And I'm a
frames,
fat
the
vegan right now,
hitbox
that's interesting.
changes. I don't know,
No,
man.
that's not true. It's
I
like I'm
studied it
60%
at one
vegan,
point
80%
and forgot.
vegetarian.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Mostly I
After
think
you graduate, they don't talk to you about
when
Yeah,
I
you know what I'm saying?
restaurants.
Right,
Like
man.
the career
You
don't
don't
bring
do
up
algebra
Pikachu.
when
What
you
I'm a
got that day
restaurant
job,
meat
you feel me?
eater.
Pikachu is just basic algebra.
Shitty
Nah,
vegetarian.
Pikachu might be calculus to me, bro. I don't understand this character at all. Pikachu's the only character where I've
Immoral
lost to
vegan.
and not known nothing that happened, and I beat the character and had no idea how I won.
It was. That is
I've
easy.
beaten Pikachu's and not knowing what the fuck happened. I'm like, yo, what
So look
happened?
at this guy's
It's just
hair.
about the Pikachu at that point.
Right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, nice. That was a good recovery by Ossify, though, going to that mid-platform. Ooh. Got the
This
Ooh,
guy
wait.
better be gay. He's boring if
No,
he's
you
not
will just get
LGBT, I
thunder
think.
randomly. We are in Atlanta.
You look
that
like
shit just
that and
happened.
you just
Okay.
want women to
I
admire
heard
it.
last night.
Ah, good
Right,
luck,
no
bro.
reason. All right, nice
Plays
kill by
fucking terrible
Ossify,
Pikachu.
90% chilling. Can you last that invincibility? Ooh, maybe not. That's the thing, man. You got to avoid that invincibility like the plague. Okay.
You don't get to run from Pikachu on Yoshi's. He's
Nah,
not running
man.
from you.
My man Pikachu is Usain Bolt for real, bro.
He's hitting you anywhere he sees you.
Right. Oh, okay. All right, Ossify, fight back. Ooh, okay, down there. Oh, again. Okay, no. Down tilt. Oh, he tries it. Wait. And Ossify in complete control. Oh, gotta wait for the tech. He guessed. See, in that Nair, man. Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
It covers a lot of real estate. Covers a lot of real estate. Man, Ossify buying the block with that up there.
This is like brain rot.
But hey, OKP
Supposed
was
to get
in
the
this
brain
lap.
rot while watching
Start to bring
Smash.
some.
Is that where it's look? It's like fucking 12 p.m. We're not done with Hearthstone yet.
With the Oracle, you can maybe refresh.
Yeah, it looks like refresh now. Both files gone though. Doesn't really matter. You drew an innovate as
Watching
well.
more
There's one
melee
Roots
after we.
left. And you actually, because there's no minion on board, you don't actually have an activator
See the next
for
match, when we see the next
Oracle
matchup.
with 6 mana, right? Like you would need to get to 7 to go Oracle New Heights.
Right. Yeah.
You
no,
can't
that's fine.
actually play Chalice, so yeah, you just gotta keep drawing.
Could be worth it here, though. to get the dollhouse out. Yeah, or play New Heights.
What the fuck kind of road is that?
Look, I'm just saying, we could have, instead of the Incendious, we could have stepped the Maestra, had another hero. Now that we've got the Carrier weapon.
Okay. Please hold. Everyone, please hold. Alright, Blood Mage is actually not a bad pickup here at all.
Yeah, I mean, this is the argument for the Insidious, right? You know, you've got the eruptions in, get spell damage going.
Eat the imp. Manager for 0 because of the double discount. That's huge. That gets us a mana back. There's the Mauler with step.
My name is Muller.
A backstab could get us a second Eat the Imp from that Living Flame as well.
Muller the Mauler.
Still with playable amounts of mana. Dubious Perch. Oh, hang on. This is starting to line up.
Wow. I don't know if it's 21, but it is a lot.
It's something. It's only 7, right? There's 6 meteors. You only need to hit 7 things, and there's 6 meteors.
That's true. Yeah.
Like a Witcher book. If it's like 400, you might stop reading it. It's too long. You know?
Oh, the backstab
just
is too late.
Constant kind of relationship.
I mean, this is kind of
relationship.
Oh.
Like my grandma says, it's too fucking big. I was gonna fucking read it. I'm not offended by that actually.
Seems to be indicating with the camera that he did get
pages, people are gonna
there may be some desync here. I don't know if you've noticed.
No! Oh no! Oh no! Wait. Okay, Thalnos dies.
The Thalnos draws. The Thalnos draws.
Is this ever a draw? Rock?
1.
No!
Oh no!
The Carrier weapon saved him!
That's incredible! Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
The flinch, lucky sweet
no
the flinch.
Way! That is absolutely outrageous!
This fits very different, but it fits together.
I don't think it's
Hearthstone.
Isn't it?
I've never seen someone
Look at this
lose
part,
the
for
game
example.
With their opening draw.
He speaks like he's wearing those headphones.
Not in fatigue, right? An eruption, clear the
This
opponent's
easy to fit
entire
together. It's
board
nice
for
for
the
her,
most
man.
part.
She's weird as fuck.
Deal damage to their face, but because you kill a card, draw a minion. Asteroids kill you on the backswing.
It's
That
really,
is tough.
It's like one of those really elaborate bug finding videos that you see on YouTube. You ever seen some of those where there's like 2 players in a friendly match and they're setting up this specific scenario where some niche interaction no one is ever going to see happen occurs. They're like, see, look how broken this bug is. That was a ridiculous game of Hearthstone. Kaboom has had a couple of those, honestly. There was because even in that scenario, when I was saying he had. There was a full board, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
I can't see half of OKP's face.
You just think a princess is fucking stupid.
I'm seeing more
We're
of
just
a game.
patient, waiting for something smart to happen.
Oh, and there it goes with the little fist bump.
Up there facing the
That's
guy.
a real gamer right there, look at that. How am I supposed to not comment on that?
Down to 1.
That guy's farts. Mention the Richter scale.
There wasn't the person who picked the stage, unfortunately, for OKP.
I mean, technically they do, right? Because it goes down all the way to 1.
What's up?
I swear I heard her name.
Yeah, no, I did too.
But, you know, we're here.
Let's see some naughty shatters here. You cannot...
The Peach State.
People thinking, humans think that fat humans are fun.
I'm not even talking to walk.
Goes back to the Stone Age, you know?
Just to the back of the room.
Yep.
Except they might have not enough to eat to get
You
fat.
know they're like one of the smartest animals, like...
We like John Waffle. I mean, it feels like he doesn't like me saying that, but we like this talented this talented caster.
You know that?
On every single tournament. He gets better and better. He's like an ENTP or something. Nah, he's an ENTP.
I would come by, like, if I heard my other elephant friend have one, you have to go say hi to the kids.
Right, I gotta be like, yo, congrats, you know, well.
Like, I didn't buy you anything, we're elephants, but...
I mean, you can take some food, you know, you got...
Elephants would make folks if they have thumbs. Holy
you know,
shit.
So they can just pick some fruit out, you know, here we go.
Like, I got this for my exhibit.
Right. Here's the orange I picked on the way. in the Safari.
Yo, Kyle Crudo on the setup.
Kyle Crudo, the full bloom champion.
Versus Wizzy?
Versus Wizzy. So I got a story about Wizzy, specifically
There are
from
the
the
fat
last
jokes.
tipped off.
It's straight
I'm
impact
at the
of water
hotel.
houses.
I'm
Is that
like,
Wizrobe? Yeah, he
and
said
mind
Wizrobe,
you,
right?
This isn't the same venue as last year. Last year we were
Yeah,
in
it looks like a
Marietta.
rapist.
A little further north.
The bad smirk,
So
you
I'm
know.
chilling. I'm like, damn, I'm about to get this. About to call the Uber. I'm like, let me go in the lobby. I'm glad I did that. Wizzy's just sitting there. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? What are you
It's
doing?
like a
Call the
pushover.
Uber. I was like, yo, can I ride with you? I'm going to the same spot. He's like, of course.
When that guy sits around the house, he really sits around the
orders
house.
an Uber in some random location in the college. So we're walking. We're walking, mind you, it's hot as fuck outside.
But you
I'm
know,
walking,
it's
we're
once again,
walking,
it's cool. I'm one of the fat
and
people
I
as
pull up
well.
my Google
They
Maps.
respect me.
We're like 30 minutes outside the venue. So me and him, we walk through
I'm
all
thinking
the
about stuff. You're gonna have
I
such an
forgot the name of the
unbelievable diet to get that big.
Kennesaw
Must be
State.
like
Yep,
5,000
we walked
calories
like-
per day. I mean,
we
he
were on the
probably
other
seen
side
too
of
much.
Kennesaw,
Yeah, he
bro.
stopped.
Like,
He's getting
We
bigger.
walked through all of it.
You're gonna have such habits, one bad thing at a time, all the fucking time, so much soda. Well, if you're drinking a bunch of soda, it's crazy to get a lot of weight. Liquid calories goes down like nothing. If you're thinking, if you're a skinny person, he tries to eat more, but you can't do it. Just make a fucking smoothie.
And I always remember
Liquid
that
calories are
at
easy
this
to
tournament
drink,
with Wizzy, where we got
and
we got
skin
lost
sachet
and
thing.
walked through Kennesaw State together.
You saw the whole campus in 30 minutes.
Maybe I shouldn't say
Like,
that
it's not a
about
big one.
Wizzy,
You walked
actually.
the
It's a
whole-
bad idea.
Yeah, we were on literally the opposite end of the camp. Like,
Over by the weird frat houses?
I don't even know, bro. We were like, it was just hella trees and a lot of parking lots where we were.
This guy's an upside down
couldn't go
fish.
through the campus.
I guess there's a
Or like the
wonky
inside of the buildings, they're all
angle you can
locked,
have
so
in
we
the
just
sea.
walked around this road, and Google
I
even
mean,
gave
there
us
is
a little
actually
trail.
there is the
We just
earth,
walked
you
in.
know. So
We
there is a
were, like,
bottom and a
sweating,
top.
but we made it.
Why did the Uber not meet
But if
you
there
where
was a
you were
plan,
at? Like,
it was
because
just a
it
big
called it
sphere of
different
water,
stuff.
I mean,
then
he
there
just-
would be. Well, you
I
still have
he
like
was
a
just
perimeter,
driving. I
I
don't think he
guess.
was in that from that area. He was
No,
just,
it's funny, man.
he was like, oh, what you guys do? He was talking about, yeah, man, my nephew been doing the Call of Duty, blah, 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 blah. And he just dropped us off.
This,
He
well,
was talking.
this guy can win the tournament, and you have the hunger boxes
How you
out.
feel
Then
about
I'm,
your Uber
then
driver
I'm gonna be good. Check out my YouTube for the latest
I'm with
craziest
you. I am like that
tournament
also.
win
I actually
with
think that you can say a
this job. I
maximum
might
of
show you
5
anybody
words, and
actually.
all should be at
It's
the
a good
beginning
thing to show
when
when
you
there's
say,
Hello,
not
thank
going
you,
on.
where are you going?
Are you Michael?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
that type of stuff. You know,
She has a wide face.
If I had the limo divider, I would put it up.
I'm
but that's
picking
just how
up
I
things
am.
related to his cheekbones.
Nah, I'm on that too.
Like I paid for this, you know. This is a transaction.
One time, I actually took an Uber.
Get
Oh my god, it
assertiveness.
was shit Genesis.
Should have said a
And I was
cheekbones
at a BART
there.
station. And
Should have wide
this was
face.
before they had that. This BART was still being built, so they didn't have the bus, the express bus that goes straight there. They do now. So I had an Uber, and the guy he
You
picked me up
guys
with a
won't
Tesla.
watch the tournament, the H boxes out.
Talking. And in my head, I'm like, bro. And it was one of those days.
Shout needs to beat him if
We
you're
were
gonna
like,
hype
it was
these
like
things
setup
down, am
day,
I
we're
right?
like getting all the TVs, all that type of stuff ready, right? And I'm just like, bro, I'm not trying to hear this right
So
now.
many good couple of
We
power
would
players
not
we
stop
got.
talking.
But I want to
Okay,
do
the
these
problem with
tournaments.
it inherently is like
This
you
guy
can't,
also has
as a human, just be like.
this guy has these
stop
headphones, I think.
talking.
Nah, I mean, yeah, it's a dick
Like
move,
that's the
right?
whole. That's the whole thing. Like
But
everyone
you're
has.
thinking it.
Everyone has an opinion on it, but it's like, does my opinion matter if we're all like acting the same way despite it?
Right.
Like I'm
Guys,
never gonna.
first
I'm
I was
never gonna.
freaking out. I
Atlanta
was
was
seeing
not
these
talking.
VH XM3s and 5s all across the
I'm
fucking
like, bro.
city. I must have seen
They've
10
just
of
seen a
them
lot. When you live in
already.
Atlanta, you have things to talk
being
about.
outside a little bit.
LA Uber drivers
So they're
are different.
popular.
They
Which
don't
is
say
good,
nothing,
because
but
people need to hear how
borderline
good these
kill
fucking
you every
headphones
time.
are.
They
Not
drive
trying to
like
sell
maniacs.
anything, but you know,
They
it's
drive
like
like maniacs here in Atlanta too.
these
but
are
not
so
Uber
fucking good
drivers.
XM5s. You
Not
don't
the
need
Uber
better
drivers.
sound for the rest of your life.
Atlanta has some of the
I
greatest
tried paying
things
3
I've
times
seen.
as much from new headphones. They don't even
Someone told
sound
me I
fucking
drove
better
Atlanta,
all the
and I was
time.
like, okay, I'm matching the
God,
vibe. Like
digital.
that's.
If you're paying a
But
lot of
it's like
money,
whatever
let's
you're
get into
saying to
this
me,
shit.
I'm doing it because I have to. I've only done what I need to do. This
man.
is
You gotta
my
buy digital
I've
headphones
just seen
if you're
crazy
paying
things
a
on a
lot.
street called Wesley Chapel Road.
Otherwise, they're
Every
gonna
time I go
lose
on
out.
Wesley Chapel, I see
It's gonna lose out.
something
Yeah.
demonic.
Yo,
I don't know.
that's east.
Yeah.
Wesley
That's
Chapel.
Zone 6, bro. No, I'm like, bro, every time, bro. I'm like, what is
This
it?
guy's
Why
gonna
is it
dig
a
him to
movie
the
every
floor.
time I
It's
come
gonna be
over?
a
Speaking
splat
of a
of
movie,
intestines.
this is gonna be a movie right here.
Splat
We got
of
two
blood.
Floridians.
My
What the
yearly
fuck
movie
are you
used to
doing?
be J Mood Wizzy.
Oh,
But
man.
I'm at a gracious point in my life where it's Kyle Wizzy now.
But
Oh,
when I just had the
Hey,
XM3s, like kudos were
it was like one touch of
they're
death.
like
I'm like, yo, we're
200
watching
euros.
Marvel?
That sounds
No,
so
back
fucking
back
good.
when
back when it was literally just like Ghost Touch.
The best
Yeah,
thing you
yeah,
can
yeah,
buy,
hey, bro.
if you pay twice as much, you get the XM3s. If
Right
you
now,
buy some,
Kudo,
but
Jay
it's
Mood's
still
not
on
running
sale,
the same
so
kind of
usually
fade
are
now,
somewhere
but
on the internet.
Kudo's been up. He won full blue.
Kind of giving Wizzy the beats, bro. I don't know. Oh, it was
Yes, I
still
bought
Texas.
headphones for
Oh,
Okay,
okay. Fight back. Okay.
1,500
Oh, you gotta get
euros.
those.
That's tough off of Miss Ember
Yeah,
because
it
you know
just
he wanted
costs
down
me
tilt.
it's
Right.
crazy.
Oh,
It just
Kudo.
costs me
Kudo be practicing in the late nights.
30 euros per
Big
month.
fan of his sheet, man.
I had
He's
to
a
know
fan
at
of
least
only
there was
playing
some at
people
night.
at night too.
Yeah, man. Kudo
It was
don't
good,
play till
but could be not better as
Kudo
well.
be working graveyard shift, skeleton.
I think
crew.
my speakers, who cost
Kudo
less, sounds
offices
better for
open
example,
up at 12
so
a.m., bro.
some
But it's a
follow.
grind. Like
You're right.
it's a strong 5 hours in the
Sure,
shop.
no one fucking told me
You know, you
that.
gotta hit that Amazon shift.
First impression,
2 to 6.
disappointed.
No, that's Kudo right there, bro.
He's the Amazon worker of melee vibes. Like
Yeah.
like you know how like
Somebody's got to do it. He's one of those people, bro.
like there are a lot of people you should never fight, and one of
Maybe
those
I
types
don't
is people
even
that work
believe
in
me
warehouses.
unless I show
Hey, I'm one of those
price.
people. I be
Like-
working in
I
graveyard.
can do
Like
that.
they have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you got hand, yeah.
Like
but-
if you caught Kyle off the ships, like he'll do it right now.
I mean, yeah.
There they are.
Warehouse etiquette is so different than like everywhere else. Most people, you know, they got that office etiquette. Warehouse just be like, hey
Ultra
man,
Sonar
where'd you put such and
8.
such? You know, some people I know they gotta email their coworkers to talk to them, and I'm like, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
they're pink, but somehow
Yeah,
that
warehouse,
feels fine.
you
It
just
was the
pull
only
up,
version.
you know?
they
No,
got.
you literally pull up. It's like, where's my pallet jack?
Right? Yeah.
And he's
actually,
like,
bro.
I left it over there. It's like, okay, go get it.
Fucking left
Like, what are you
ear
talking about?
stopped working.
exactly
I
like
was so
that,
careful
bro.
with these.
Swear to God, it's like
Never
that.
dropped them on the floor.
Yeah. All right. So right now we got an even game. Wizzy
I'm doing
brought
on
it
my
back.
second screen.
I mean, one thing about Wizzy, man, is he is the king of get a mile out of 1 inch, bro. Or 1 inch into a mile. I don't know the saying.
If I was gonna say one thing about Wizzy, it'd clearly be about how long he takes to get on the setup. Honestly, this
he
is like,
actually was pretty quick
no,
this time.
no,
yeah.
this is notably one of the quickest times
Yeah,
I've
he
ever
like
seen
speed ran
Wizzy
that
get
shit
to
today,
a setup.
yeah.
Less than
It'd
5
be a
minutes.
couple of times where I'd be like, yo, my man, we got a time. Like, time. Like, yo.
I've always thought that you don't have to DQ Wizzy, but you do have to assign him a tile.
Right.
Like as the head CO, you need to know like where that blip is moving.
Right. And right now, Kudo taking that first game.
I'm feeling FD.
Nah, I'm thinking stadium.
Okay, okay.
FD is, maybe you're right. But I feel like stadium
No,
is
no,
more-
so
There
like,
it
my,
is.
my parlay is not
Yeah.
hitting.
I thought it was 700.
You're hitting the money line this week, bro?
Now, you're here watching it, man.
Hey, man, hey. Sometimes you just gotta. I done watched these people play for so long that I just be knowing sometimes. I be like, okay, again. Oh, he's
I have some
okay,
YouTube
again,
videos
for
out
a
where I'm
first
using
dash.
those for
Okay,
Sun.
Wizzy
It sounds so
went for a catch.
fucking
That's
good,
crazy.
man. Might be the best fucking sub Twitch.
He
man.
really, I mean, not just with Falcon, but I think Wizzy really changed.
No digital stuff on my here, you know, no digital
that's
headphone.
the-
What the fuck?
He's still changing. He's still
The
changing.
perception of tech chasing as a whole.
The perception of
I feel
throwing
like
stuff.
he was the one who really, really took it far.
He was
You
the
gotta turn this
first
down a little
person
bit.
to bring it to death. Like the point
Yeah.
was to kill them.
Yeah,
Like when Sheets
it was
twins-
always a dream, but like he made it real reality.
Like Sheets were dreaming in 2016 about the perfect tech chase that the versions we see now.
Right,
And
right.
Wizzy was already top 20, just a boy,
Yeah.
pushing what it means to be the
Shout out to
Terminator.
Wizzy, man. First time I ever saw him, Evo 2013, little kid. He had everybody sign his like top player book, and then smoked all of them a couple years later.
You ever watch the show where they start giving a character too many flashbacks and because they're about to die?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of like how I feel right now. like I'm
Yeah.
watching the set transpire. And I'm
We
talking about,
are in a new era, bro. I heard Plup lost. My man, Hungry Boss got packed out today. Niggas is losing, bro. Like,
he lost to Maelstrom?
yeah, I
and
mean,
got-
hey, look, man. I know it's not that many of us old heads left, bro. As much as y'all make fun, y'all need us. But it's hard out here, man. A 30-year-old melee is different. I'm telling you. once you hit the 3-0, bro, it gets immensely more difficult.
Look, the problem with playing like 30-year-old Melee is you need to accept that you either, when you're like 28, that you're going to be playing 30-year-old Melee all your life, or 25-year-old Melee. Like Dreffin took an advantage. He's been playing 30-year-old Melee since he was 20.
Now, Dreffin, like, has the genius of someone from the future, but his tech skill just stayed in 2005.
They showed him views of what could come, and he was like, that is quite despicable when you showed him the box, but it's like, you must be ready.
Right, but there's a time where playing like Dreffin made sense. You know, no one can play like Dreffin but Dreffin, bro. Now, the GOAT of Ohio.
We completely ran out of Dreffin. Right. We just got him.
But yeah, 30-year-old Melee is different, bro. I'm telling you. There's 30-year-old Melee, and then there's 35-year-old Melee. And that's when shit really starts getting real.
But Dreffin's on the 35.
No, he's like 37, 38, I think. I don't know what 40-year-old Melee is like, but I'll let you know when I get there.
Person who has
sooner than later.
It just won't be as illustrious as whatever Daigo's doing.
Oh, yeah.
It won't be that awesome.
Right. Yeah, like, shout out to Daigo and Sako and Takedo, but they're like all in their 40s.
Like, yeah, Street Fighter has had 40-year-old Street Fighter for ages.
Yeah, like Valle, all them.
That's a salary man's game.
We're getting there, bro.
I feel like
I've been playing Melee longer than OG Kid has existed.
Guarantee, man.
That like makes me feel happy and sad at the same time. Like, damn, what am I doing?
Like there are points I go
there was this good doesn't impress me at all.
Right. Like I was PR before bro was like out the womb.
There's no intelligence there, you know. It's hard for me to be impressed.
Before your parents met, possibly.
Right? Oh wait. Up there. Okay, we need to lock in Wills.
Wizzy, I'll lock in. I'll ride along with him.
The focus on the match people hitting us hard in the chat right now. Oh. Okay, wait.
That could have been it.
Okay, wait.
Oh. It's 10.
Up don't knee. That's it.
Oh, wait. They can get the strong
grab ledge. Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? He made the
missed
pop
it.
in. Okay, there we go. I call that the Nick Whittier weak knee. He always did that.
The one that hits like right
the one it's like a short hop, but it hits the top the platform. All right, so we got one apiece. He needed that because it was going to look ugly if he was down 2-0. Obviously, no one ever wants to be down 2-0. You hear that all the time because, like, no shit. Why would you want to be down 2-0?
Yeah, I don't want to be down 1-0. I don't want to be down.
Yeah, I don't want to be down at all.
No one that's ever been broke has said, I'd like to be broke.
Right, yeah. I just woke up and just wanted to just have no money today.
You know, frankly, I just make it work. I kind of enjoy it.
That's good. That's pure basketball.
I'll pull up to all my doctor's visits with no insurance, and I think it's great.
No. I love paying premiums. Wait, okay, Wizzy. Oh, okay. Now somebody in the crowd roofing with. Okay, up air.
Yeah, capitalism so fucking good.
So we go Yoshi's, man. What you think about this stage?
And
counter pick
the dire.
You just want that tech
No
to be a little
global
swerve.
healthcare problems having USA.
I admire it. It's the same thing with him, though. You're going to get those up air.
Does everybody who's ever have to pay for anything
I like it, though. Dynamic stage.
Without taxes?
No reason for either player to not
they
go.
all think it fucking sucks?
And you know, they're both from, like,
some idiots are going like, oh yeah, there's no fucking lights to the doctor.
I feel like Orlando has to be in the top
but
5
that's literally because someone wants to think like that. They suck it up like.
They stop being deep. They're kind of Ohio core. Like you start knocking out the numbers of like who came out. You're like, oh, I remember all of those. Like you dropped the King Momo, you dropped the Drunk Sloth. You're like,
you got Plup, you got Hungry Box, you got Gatsu, like.
You got M2K, rest his soul.
Yeah, well, now he's from New Jersey. Bro.
Yeah, but now he's in South Africa.
You talk about these kind of things. You appreciate my
No, I actually think he's already back, but bless his soul for taking the trip.
That's a crazy plot twist. Yeah, okay. Right? I'm like, I'm not tapped into the Twitterverse,
look, we haven't taken, neither of these players on the screen have been to South Africa, and that's...
I've never been to South Africa either. Oh.
I wasn't invited.
That's a good opinion.
Oh, no, I thought a Raptor boost was coming.
Okay, nice grab here.
Don't tech back. He's going to tech back. Oh, he took the place and rolled back. D? Or no, strong. He tried to CC it, bro, at 91%. That is even activity.
That's grit.
Right.
That's the one thing, too. Like, Wizzy, you can't... There's no emotion that comes through in the play, but you can tell he's on the money. Like, he's looking for you.
Right.
At all points, I know he would like to win the game.
Ooh, all right, Kuro. Crudo, he had to, he picked up that second shift for somebody, bro. He's like, look, man, we can swap shifts this weekend, bro.
The second shift's the clean, like, 16 hours. He's like, yeah, I could do another 8. Like, you go, like...
yeah. Like, bro, what are you doing? Okay. Ooh. Okay.
I thought he'd go for that third up air.
Right, me too. This could be it, bro. He might,
Well, hit the next one.
He got out. Oh, yes. You know what trips me out? I'll save it for the next game. Crudo. You know what's crazy? Falcon just got the money in the back pocket on the side.
No Wizard loses against this guy. Someone's bad as home.
Look, just because you have heat doesn't mean someone's not going to try you.
Right. Dude, and we are in the South, man. I know Georgia's gun laws is open, so.
No, we talk about it like.
Is open carry here in Georgia?
Yeah.
I carry wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like once you hit that Mason-Dixon line.
The fucking.
No, see, it's the.
Look,
it's whole season
the
for everybody, bro.
The thing about the Bible Belt is we keep a holster on it.
I'm allowed to defend my children and attach the rock launcher.
It fits.
Yo, where is Douglas J. Falcon from? Is he from Georgia?
Nitroglycerin.
No, he's too weird. Unless you consider G.A. West the spiritual embodiment of Falcon.
When I fear a thief,
I need to Google where I'm about to.
It's probably just a raccoon.
He's from
anyway.
Mars.
Through the trash, and I feel safe that I can blow up the entire
watch me find out.
Okay, clean 80. Goes for the down throw there, not the forward throw.
They want to blow up the whole block.
You're missing a deleting here.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Kudos put in work.
No, find out where Falcon's from because he's on the milk cart.
He's from Port Town on Earth.
Port Town?
Where's Port Town based out of? Hold on.
Port Town? That sounds like
some argument that no one's ever going to use.
New England player.
If you really want all your guns without any problems, follow the fucking
having a time getting boxed off on the ground here.
Swiss. I have a same amount of guns per person, but no problems.
I can't help but like.
Yeah, I feel like Crudo is
both a counter-charge and then the
worst loss also.
No, he's your favorite player's best win.
It's kind of hard to watch for some reason.
Right?
It's Crudo's fault.
Look, there are some players that I named that I'm like, Crudo's already dispatched whoever you're talking about. Didn't even make it to the playoffs. Like caught Crudo. Crudo just randomly.
Crudo's not in the play-in.
You would never like
Crudo is at that point where he's your favorite road team that just steals home court advantage. That's Crudo.
Your homie's the best player on a team drafting in the lottery right now. Crudo, I'm building a team.
Okay, so Port Town is based off Los Angeles and S&M.
How do you fuse those?
So, my man Captain Falcon from the West Coast?
No wonder I can't stand it.
I don't know why you hate. What's wrong with the West Coast, bro?
Look, it's one of those things where, you ever talk to a guy from New York and you can't stand him because he only talks about New York?
How much he's from New York? Yeah,
the thing is, like, I've realized as an AT alien, we have it better. Like, New York people think they're us. West Coast people think they're us.
Oh, hell, we do not think.
You think
people in California give a damn about what's going on in Georgia?
Look, the fact that you don't means you don't know ball. Like, no one from Cali thinks their shit stinks. That's how I feel about the people over there. They can't get the salty ocean air out.
I don't know what game.
You're going back to basics too much. Gotta keep things civilized.
Just like Wizzy trying to bring this back, man. My boy's getting packed out right now.
I don't want to know what's happening.
I love good sound.
You think about the top 10 of the old era. You know, it's like watching
I like good movie experience, cinema experience, if it's in Swedish.
You're watching Anthony Edwards take out your face.
It's expensive to buy all these things for a new apartment.
I'm just watching.
Like when those people that hate to see the Lakers lose,
right?
You lost to a 23-year-old.
I'm watching KD not make the playoffs, bro.
You're watching LeBron get pressed in the paint by a young buck.
He's 40, man.
He's 40, but that's your 40. Like that's your dog, right? So he turned 40 and you don't back him?
I mean, I fuck with LeBron James. I'm a Warrior fan. I fuck with LeBron James.
Is it weird to pick? Like, I feel like if you're from Cali, do you not just back both teams? Like, not the Clippers. We don't talk about the Clippers.
No, it's all Warriors. NorCal, SoCal are different, my guy. Those are like two totally different states.
So San Fran's NorCal, LA, SoCal. How are they fusing the city together to get Port Town? What does that mean? When you put those two together,
that's what Google gave me, bro. It says Inspiration is from a combo of LA and San Francisco. One specific part of Port Town is based off of
Yeah,
Japan.
we're fishing. It's
But
looking
it's mostly
beautiful.
LA, San Francisco, and Japan.
Look at that shit.
It's a coastal city.
And that,
God,
and that's
you get
fine.
a 90
Japan
fucking
is,
range to
you
get
know,
up here.
you get.
Shout out to Japan.
That's the quickest flight
Let's
you
drink
got.
some
to
on the
I mean,
coast, some buy effects, get some really strange
He's
thoughts.
from the West Coast, man.
Shake my hamster.
I didn't make
Could have
this
lost
up.
into a new
you know?
roster.
Did you know?
What's up?
Did you know he was from the West Coast?
I didn't know. I thought he was from the red state, bro. I thought he was from the South. Or like the Midwest somewhere, just in the cut, like, and just like he's just from like Michigan or something.
He is just a NASCAR driver at the end of
That's
it.
what I'm
like,
saying, right? And that's why I say Indiana, Indy 500. You feel me?
A NASCAR driver from Cali is kind of freaky. I feel like there are other things to get
There
into.
has to be a couple of them.
Well, yeah, because I'm not driving in those circles. Someone from
neither.
Cali's got to.
Why not here? There's more road out here to drive on.
We've got some drag racing strips.
I think but they done so much.
Legal
It's a
and
difficult
illegal.
work, people
we
with over 20.
Speaking of Floridian, now we got a Canadian face-off.
Is that?
Faust
Oh, that
versus
is?
Smoke.
He looks
both
so
from
different
the-
without the glasses.
The greater Toronto area.
Loki lucky to skim a seat off Zayn after defeating him exactly
Moki,
one time.
Moki, one of your favorite players. When I mean yours, I'm talking about just whoever's listening.
Playing Grace for 3-2s?
No, you just shoot him in the face for 4.
To edge up. That's usually the play.
Oh, that's better.
That's a lot
Finally,
of
some
crossbow
good
and right there, and I
fucking.
believe those crossbows are going to be able to just clean that entire
Keep fishing,
mass,
you idiot.
without
I
a lot
think
of
every 5
issues.
minutes, man.
Very
That's
good
too
reaction
much
right
for
there by
RuneScape.
Frontline, in my opinion.
It should
You
be
just
a
have to
relay
be
FK
careful
game
of
with
those
hours
dogs,
between
because those
clicking.
dogs, they just eat,
Sorry,
the
but
crossbow
only one
mass
person
alive,
thinks
or
that.
at least make sure that the crossbows have to focus something else than the infantry mass right there.
Yeah, good micro from Frontline.
Yeah.
One thing
I'll
he's
just check out the
missing
fucking
here
Aegis,
is
it's
siege,
my
but
TV's
he
fucking
does
zoomed
have
into
pikemen
my
here, so
seven.
he could push up with the
Hello,
bows,
you
let these pikes use the tower. And it's up to Julian to see if he can hold this. He's going to be making rods here, which I really like, and shipping pikemen, so we could have a pop between the tower and the Raxes and clean Frontline. But we'll see what happens. Frontline has a better composition right now with the bows being able to
No,
kite.
it feels like
But,
no, it's threatened
once
like
these rods come in,
Twitch chat.
it could be hard to not
I'm
get
just-
snared by that.
Exactly. I am not sure about the pikes.
I'm not
though.
very materialistic guy
Not sure what
even,
they are gonna
actually.
achieve, but we will see. He's choosing at least to
We got the
keep
right-
fighting into HG,
the right thinking.
which is interesting and usually contested amongst
What did you
Spain
feel
players.
threatened? Just
Nice
as I was
catch
talking
right
about
there,
stuff.
sending the rods towards the north. Sorry for the fast movement
Headphones.
of the camera, guys, but I wanted to catch you that.
I ain't changing
very,
shit.
very nicely played. On the other side, Frontline sees that the Rodleros are in the north, so he's pushing towards the outpost. Very nice play once again. Nice surround though, right there, pushing his opponent towards his racks. And we can see a big batch
He's German,
of
though.
10
What the fuck's he gonna
Rodleros
do?
is gonna come in. The Rodleros from the north as well. Yeah, Frontline getting caught a little bit
Oh my
right there.
God.
Can the crossbow kite? I'm not sure. Those Ulans are basically worthless against that mass of both muskets.
Crossbow man is so bad, don't even beat other crossbow
coming
men.
from the racks. At least 7, 8 right there. The pike on the south, on the Ulans. Oh, that's terrible,
Oh.
terrible fight right there. On the side of Frontline, he's gonna lose the entire crossbow mass because everything is in melee right there. They are completely snared.
He's just
What
about
a
equally good,
play on the side of Jujuki
48,
right there.
52.
Yeah, just convincing play again. This, I mean, it looks like GG. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how Frontline gets back into it. Just great catch there with the rods coming from when they were catching the Ulans. He brings them back to snare the army and gets the musk in range. And now you just have German Age 2 making crossbow against musk, which just feels bad.
Yeah, at that point it's gonna feel it's not gonna feel good. The mass though is a bit separated, so
Smells like
once
coffee.
all
What
of
the
that
fuck
mass
is
just
in?
makes one ball, it's gonna be really hard for German to just hold this. We can see here the militiamen, they are just gonna be fought straight on. I believe he's not even gonna try to kite those militiamen, he's just gonna keep pushing and pushing. And if he sits under that racks, those crossbows are never gonna be able to pop without Rodaleros being on their back straight away. So yeah, I don't see an out right there from Frontline. He has one big shipment, which is the 3 double swordmers, but is that gonna be enough versus all that? I don't think so. I don't see it at least. Yeah, look at that. And Spain H2, ladies and gents. Spain H2, proving to be strong.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing Spain H2 recently. It seems pretty good, actually.
I can't resist the thought, no.
Yeah, this game is over.
If I go fishing for 10 hours
wins for Julian.
and streaming for an entire fucking, I'll get the whole fishing level,
All
man.
the pros in the chat saying, yeah, basically you can bow pike semi, but you cannot bow pike and stay.
You can only wait. Is there a play that clears 2? You can only clear 1 no matter what.
Oh,
you do.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 13 is probably all that Ryan needs, potentially.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see. Yep.
Oh!
Yep.
Yes, it is. That is exactly all Ryan needs.
Oh my god.
It's always Hunter. It's absolutely always Hunter. It's always tracking on 1. It's always don't pick the bird watching. It's always believe in the bears. This is how you play Hunter. It's Ryan. It's Ryan all the way down. I'm becoming a believer.
Bears all the way down.
Well,
I'm a believer in Ryan. I'm a believer in the Americas. I'm a believer in Lorinda. We're so back. We have never been this back.
Well, it is going to come down to the Druid mirror match, so I guess maybe it does. Let's see. Does Ryan have Rising Waves in his Druid? He does not.
I do not believe so. No.
So there you go. Favor Ryan for the mirror because no Rising Waves. That's how this works.
Yeah. That is probably true. There are very specific starts where Rising Waves can get you out of trouble if your opponent has the Dollhouse Beetle start, but that's so niche. I think most of the time you would rather have.
It's always Marietta.
My problem.
College
Look, you can call
I
it.
ain't never seen false play no
Call it
shit.
Atlanta. I don't like. Okay.
I ain't
You
never
can't
seen
call it
false-
Atlanta when
false
it's outside
play
the
no
perimeter. The way I see it, like tipped off is not Atlanta. It is a Georgia major in my head, but if you're not on 85,
Yeah. If there's no zone in that area,
like, yeah, like,
yeah.
like where do you stay when you have no money? Like if you don't have that, that's not Atlanta. Like Marietta's too rich for my blood.
All right, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, nice SDI.
He's only hoping to survive at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He's reaching. I mean, I guess when you up like this, you can just do shit, right?
That's the whole point of being up.
Right.
Doing shit.
It's not winning the game.
I mean, the shit you do should win the game. If
That's
it
fair,
doesn't,
that's
who's
fair.
that on?
That's fair. That's fair. Up tilt.
Everyone's got the bag of tricks you break out when you think they're in the mine cube.
Right. Okay. Monkey's struggling to close this out.
He's struggling, but Faust is struggling to approach.
All right, Faust. Hey, all right, Faust. Hey, we can steal this one, baby. We in Atlanta, so you know it's scamming. Yo, we can scam our way to a win, baby. Let's go. Faust.
Yo, I just got the security change on my Kia. I think about the Kia boys. Oh, I just got it.
No, the Kia boys out here
in
there.
You have to go to the dealership and get it adjusted so that can't happen to you anymore.
There should be a Hawaiian statue in Atlanta right now. Atlanta and Milwaukee is like those two cities, bro. Chicago. All right, so Moki wins that game too. I mean, Moki just playing clean melee, man. Just clean, cohesive, quick melee too. Like the thing is, it's hard to do in this game, y'all. This is why y'all aren't as good as Moki, myself included. You can't think this fast and then have your hands do the same thing. And not only that, you got to make the right choice too. So not only do you have to just be that fast in general, you got to make sure it's applicable. You know what I'm saying?
When you're playing a Spacey, I'll give it to you. The decisions you have to make come at you so quickly every time. Like you have to pick the right answer so many times in a row.
No rest right there. We gotta get some nap time. You know what I'm saying?
But you pick the right answer so slow as puff, and then that still happens.
Right.
Like,
you know, like the humidity makes me tired. You know what I'm saying? We need to see some of that. It is humid as hell out here, bro. 86% humidity.
Look,
what the? What is that?
This is piss. But
you pay
last,
to live here.
last year was so much
paid to
worse.
live here.
Last year was sweltering.
No, last year was like literally I was just sweating doing nothing. I'm like, well, I don't even sweat like that.
It wasn't even worth going out for the rotation sometimes.
Right.
I was like, I can't do 10 minutes out.
Like, bro. All right. Everywhere got that crazy stuff though, because I'm talking about y'all like it's crazy, but you know, I saw nothing but snow for like 2-3 months straight, so there's that. But Moki, man, he just makes it look so, it's too easy. Rest? Oh, you ever seen that clip on LeBron? Is actually versus the Hawks.
No,
come on, man, it's too easy.
It's like a pinnacle
LeBron,
of being
hey,
human is offering a crazy amount of hospitality
they
in
only
your
talk about
culture.
LeBronto.
LeBron.
Oh my goodness.
It's no one's fault. What do you want? What do you want to do? Like,
what do you mean? Y'all were the first seed. Got swept.
It just sometimes you're part of that narrative.
You know, that's tough.
Forgive and forget. Well, I didn't forgive, but I try to forget.
I mean, you know, y'all had Horford and Corver, but wait a minute. Okay.
Not
Let's go.
We
need
even.
that. Okay, whatever. You know, we need that. We need a morale booster. You know what I mean? I want to see my man get packed out 30 clip. I want to see some extended clip. Okay, wait a minute.
We'll see. We'll see who wants it more right after the start.
Who wants it more?
Right after the start. We'll see.
Right after. I thought the whole point was to quantify that before the game is over.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't do it after.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. And Loki.
Look!
With the 30-piece.
Now, and you can tell right now, I bet, who do you think wanted it more?
I don't know, honestly.
I show you the Rorschach blot. Do you point to Moki? Or do you point to Fox?
Demon time, bro. Yeah, but I hope you guys are enjoying the
Rorschach,
sets, man. We're here
superhero,
in
Rorschach mouse is a good character.
What's your favorite thing about Atlanta?
Food. Hands down.
Okay, top 3 favorite things about Atlanta.
Okay.
You just said food.
The food.
Okay.
The herbals. And...
The what? The
herbals.
What are the herbals?
The things rolled. The things burned.
What?
You gotta lock in with me here, Brandon.
You losing me. I think I'm missing some. Oh.
Nothing.
You said herbals.
Dude, come on. Yo, you need
so many words for it.
You need to lock in.
I do need to lock in, bro.
Oh my God.
I do need to lock in, bro.
Also, okay, I think North Carolina has it better, but I like that we're part of Appalachia. Like, I like the hiking trails a lot.
In Atlanta, you like hiking trails?
Yeah, I like the trails and the parks in the metro.
He was half of us there. Maybe he's not so fucking locked in.
The vibes, for sure. Atlanta is like, what's the way to put this? It's like a beautiful ghetto utopia. Like this city is like, it's amazing.
All about
it
happy pasta.
looks beautiful. It is pretty, you know.
But I think you are safe to play all the.
Up a little bit, limit the idle time.
You have Owl Incendius in hand, so if both of your Vistas go off and they both draw 6 cards or whatever else happens, cool, you just play Incendius with an empty deck, you know, and then you're kind of happy about that scenario anyway.
Well, at least you got to see a fucking...
Okay, let's draw 2. Refresh 3 does nothing, refresh 3 does nothing. Okay, fine.
Maybe we should say that I'm like a left political guy who believes in left ideas.
See where this file goes. So that is 5 mana Owl. Is the other location open? No, only one location open.
Go with the flow, though.
Yeah, 1 mana off, though? Oh, no, you have 9! The Innovate from the Vista at the start. So yeah, you can actually go...
yeah.
Ow, yeah, no, this has to be... I'm not counting. This is lethal. You never count.
Start playing cards.
Yep, well, he's moused over the sleep, so I'm gonna believe... No! No! Surely that was lethal. I'm never counting. You can't make me.
How enigmatic.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting carried away by the Mista Vista, right? Getting, you know, a swipe in there, another innervate,
So that's a very interesting turn, very good.
And yeah, I might have just been lethal.
Refreshing now?
What?
So now going out?
Do you have time? You're what? You're hoping that the owl sticks so that when all your stuff recasts? I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure what this
Maybe
was,
smart
but I
knowledge, huh?
do know that it wasn't Hearthstone.
A lot of stuff is going to recast, but no swipe, and swipe says only enemies. No spell damage for Ryan, though.
Yeah, no card draw either, so I think that is just going to spell the end.
You're the all you win?
Well, you double swipe, right?
Yes. Yeah, actually, I suppose. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. So you've got the files as well, so each file costs 1 here.
Right.
Spectacular, spectacular, spectacular.
You hope that you squelched the person who just catastrophically misplayed and is now trying to distract you to make up for his own errors.
Yep, yep.
Spectacular, 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 spectacular,
I think it's like... Yeah, just gonna guarantee clearing that all the spell damage. You use up a lot of your own burn, but you do have the insidious stuff. The eruptions. Alright, so here's the recast. File zone minion after giving it spell damage.
Good start, yeah.
Refresh, draw 2. Wow, no armor in all of those.
Yeah, true.
Starting out needing 2/3 of a level per level.
To come as well.
7 fishing.
This could just be way too much draw. Able to get the Incendious down.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to earlier, though, right? Where
yep.
actually this scenario is just fine.
Right, yeah.
Because now you've emptied your deck, you have Incendious in your hand, you get to just spell damage, play Arcanite.
Well, you can do it.
Oh, you actually have Toy Chest in hand, actually.
Yeah, you can just do it now. I think it's enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should be. I mean, all bets are off based on last turn, but this should be a lot more straightforward.
Yeah, swipe again, and you Arcanite. Or your Toy Chest, yeah.
Yeah, there's 1 real card left in the deck, so you guarantee hit an Eruption if you do it with Toy Chest.
Yeah, I guess you get to reserve the Living Roots if, like, the draw order is wrong this way.
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Wait.
Whoa! Ah!
Realistically, Ryan has nothing, so this is still, you know, ends up being fine. But
the draws are so different here.
Yeah, do wonder if there was.
Well, you had 2 cards that draw a card, Arcanite and Toy Chest. If you play them both, that guarantees you draw every Eruption in your deck, which is more damage than casting a swipe, right? Like.
Yeah.
Just draw both cards. Oh, it's gone
This
so
is
far
good,
off the
but
rails.
the thing.
Oh,
opportunity.
You absolutely love to see it. Yeah, to be fair.
Okay,
to be fair,
yeah,
the dog.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time for a dog. Yeah, actually, fully on board. Fully on board with this conclusion.
So okay, looking back, what Ryan was on 14 life. So the eruptions are not upgraded because the end of turn hasn't happened yet. So you're relying on the spell damage to get them to 2.
Opportunity
so
rates
they
good
represent
50% of the time.
10 damage. I think the second swipe was necessary to have a chance of getting you over the line that turn.
Was it? Hang on.
Because
if you the one swipe that you cast cost how much spell damage was it? Was it 1 spell damage or 2?
It was 1.
Spell damage? I don't remember.
That 1000 wood needs to be used for something else than Nizams. So is he gonna go behind this for Palace Intrigue and Moss Construction straight away?
7, and then go crazy, and then get 50.
Oh
then
shit,
win the
stop
Mango.
Mango!
If you think Mango's cooked, he wins the tournament. You know what I mean? Okay. One more. Back air, or no, force smash. That
Mango got
Don't
to win the
matter.
tournament.
Clean them up.
Clean. That Peloton Mango, bro. He's like, man, everybody earlier, because they were like, man, you look good, Mango. Like, somebody said something about Ozempic. He's like, bro, everybody thinks I use Ozempic. He's like, nah, just do. He's like, I ride the Peloton like all the time.
If Mango bought Ozempic, we have nothing left.
Yeah,
we actually have nothing left.
We're cooked. Yeah, I can't imagine Mango caring enough about his body image to use Ozempic.
Well, yeah, because he cares, but he's like, I care enough at like the rate of being normally healthy is
right.
fine.
I think Mango used the Peloton because it just makes him feel better, not because of looks.
Once he realizes it's just a place to sit, it's a game changer.
Especially if, you got a good Eagles
Down
game
ground.
on. Ooh,
Down bottom.
a good Laker game.
Everyone's
That's
down.
hustle. When you really get the monitor right in front of you in the machine.
I'm saying, bro, you forget you're working out. So Battlefield, about this stage when it comes to Falco Sheik, man, I think this stage is pretty even. I'd argue Falco wins on this stage, man. Because, bro, you can get to the top platform on one jump. Who can do that? You know it's crazy when I'm talking up Falco, bro. I'm a Falco doomer, bro. But Falco's busting on Battlefield.
There's no matchup where I give Falco Battlefield.
Really?
I do not.
You think Falco loses on every character on Battlefield?
I think the thing of dealing with him on the top plat, like he gets you up, he starts getting the top plat, he starts cutting the stage in half. It's like it's obnoxious. I'm just like, no, we won't play this ever.
Oh, you just don't play a Falco on Battlefield?
No, every time I see a Falco, ban Battlefield immediately. Go anywhere else.
Fair enough. I mean, this stage, but he's one of the best characters here. I low-key think Falco is like, he could be the best character on Battlefield, bro. Yeah, that's arguable. People would think I'm crazy for saying that, bro.
No, you're spitting.
Because I'm like, bro, look, he ain't up there with Fox. So y'all trying to tease this Fox Falco or like equal in skill shit.
You know which celebrity is surprisingly intelligent?
He can do it all, bro. What Falco can't? Where can Falco not obliterate
Snoop Dogg.
I can't find a spot.
Bro, jumped into his demise, bro. Like, how does that happen?
There's nowhere else to go.
Right. Oh my, yo, Mango.
Yeah, last time I looked was on 47.
Mango be people sometimes. He used to be beating the brakes off. Oh, okay.
Ooh!
He raps, he does his, it's not old school, they're intelligent.
Perfect
My
there.
man conceded.
He constructs that like nobody else.
He's sparking a blender right now, bro.
This is a bit of an ass whooping.
Yeah, he's getting, he's definitely. I'm telling you, man, Atlanta Mango, the humidity must make him lock in. I don't know what it is, but.
Right now,
I always said Oakland Plump was broken because every time Plump came to Oakland, he won. And then they moved Genesis and then he started losing. But like, Atlanta Mango might be on that. You know what I'm saying?
You need a little humidity for Mango to do his best. like 2 shots,
right?
And like at least 60%.
Like 60% humidity, yeah.
Like in New Orleans, I bet he is king.
Dude, I can't stand
no.
Smart is nah,
dude,
bro.
It's not even for Falco.
Nah, man, yeah, he's not, nah, bro.
Oh no.
I played this smart enough, man. GG, shake my hand, bro. I'm a hater, bro.
I can't believe it.
He do be tech chasing, bro.
I bet.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough. This is that. I really don't know what to do.
Like, I just want to stretch back and look away, but yeah, I can see every second.
I'm telling you, bro, Atlanta Mango, bro.
Gave him the whole
2 shots and 60% humidity, bro. That'll do it. That's how you get.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Right?
Ooh. He was delaying those shines on him too. Like he waited for him to drop that shield. He knew the exact timing Zayd would drop that.
Oj, de säljer droger på
Ekeby.
Pizzeria-restauranger genom Spriten, Cola.
Well, B, all right.
So Spriten,
Yeah. This is I feel like this is one of Mango's better matches, honestly.
Okay,
So
now
Spark took a game.
Now, Brandon, do I have the question for you, man?
What's up, man?
Yo, who do you think wants it more right now?
Do you think Spark? I don't think Spark wants it at all. He picked Martin.
So see, you can tell before the set ends. Like
in this case, yeah, because I don't have faith in his Martin. Respectfully.
Respectfully,
Not versus Mango. Not versus Mango.
Your homie says, "Do you got me?" And you're like, "Sure." It's like versus Mango. It's like, "Oh, no."
Nah, that's the one where you gotta keep it a plug. You ever talk to your homie off that ledge? Like, yo, bro, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, man. You got so much life to live, man. Come on, man.
I remember that tweet. Get a War Machine had where he's like, "Fox players will lose a set and beg the room. Someone tell me I'm cool. Please, someone tell me.
Right?
Someone tell me it was worth it."
Yeah, and
oh man,
the Mango with 60% humidity did not lose a game.
Yo, Aklo Ossify on deck.
Ooh. We got some heat. So Mango is not getting packed out. That 30-year-old melee is looking fresh.
Of when to ship. You know, to age
Oh,
up
this is
to
a good
three
match,
spotty
man.
or,
Oh,
you know,
look at those
ship up
fucking
12
bombards,
Avis,
man.
cancel
That's
the
why you're
Avis,
playing
ship
Extreme
the
Fights
factory
3 over
first.
2.
He really
The
can read
cannons
the
and the
game
ships.
well.
By the way.
I love the chat. Today I've learned the most important micro for auto: canceling shipments. that's so true in this game, though. But yeah, very nicely played right there. Palestine String is gonna come in. You can see that he has enough coin in order to get even more bombard. He's gonna have the Nizams, and that's gonna be a timing before 15 minutes with 5 great bombards. The 20 Nizams, I believe, and still
He's going for it.
Going for
He's doing it.
Center right there. Really impressive shipment. You can see, boom, there you go. You have the two bombards.
Those forces were not resistant against
Sure, there are
cannonballs.
some of those culverins coming onto the field, but what are they gonna do against 3 great bombards? Bashibazuk popping, Nizams popping.
No.
Ah,
This is gonna be
he's just going for the bombards first.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Frontline can actually fight this, especially with the frigate bombards that are gonna come behind. We can see the culverins are already going back right there. Frontline knows that this fight cannot be won. Incredible.
Fuck you, but
Wow.
silly little stuffy friends when you think you can play spot better.
That's so freaking well played.
You should see on steroids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who the fuck are you, Julian K? How much brain
Bring your
do you
cross
have?
baguette, your
Can you
baguette
still
kite
fit
shield.
or what?
We'll see who wins.
I think the chat's got it right. It's just Boto. It's just Boto. You know, there's
Boto.
nothing-
I have my
nothing you
Burek.
can do. Boto. You can't beat Boto. You know what I mean? It's
By the way,
too good.
he's going into Tripleton Center behind this. 2 racks in order to
I love
produce
Burek
the
shots.
Nizams again. And then he's gonna go just into houses, and his 2 factories are gonna swap onto heavy artillery for even more of those big red bombards.
There's
Yeah.
5 of them.
I don't know
He's
what
not
to
gonna
say.
win. He goes to a straight
Just
counter to those right now.
Amazing. That's,
Worst
that's
them
what I have to
down.
say. He's likely gonna stay onto wood a little bit longer in order to get more of those houses. I believe also he will want
Like
to
a huge amount of steroids
and his
to a
guard
poor
upgrades, for the Abus gunners.
victim
But
bodybuilder.
afterwards, yeah, he's just gonna boom happily.
Served food,
Yeah.
served
he
his
doesn't
rice
even
and
need to
chicken.
move. He can just wait
The
until
only
he
thing
gets
he
like
eats.
8 bombards, 12 bombards, and kind of just hang out until then.
He's so ahead
Best
eco-wise. He has
diet
double
in steroids,
factories
probably the vegan diet,
producing
huh?
bombards. He's gonna be on 3 TCs. He has
It
no
feels like-
reason to move up of his turtle right now. He has absolutely 0 reason to do that. So yeah, I love the way he's playing. The Nizams, by the way, in case guys you don't know that unit, when you change stance, they change the multiplayers, the bonus they get, which unit they counter. So right now, for example, he could have switched into the stance that give bonus damage against cavalry. Here it is the
What's the
stance,
series
you
at
can see
200
that,
HP, man, plus
makes it so
100.
you have more range and siege defense. Those guys are busted, basically. They are absolutely
Busted.
awesome. We can see some cavalry here coming from the south in order to snare that entire mass. Behind this, more Abus Gunners
If those
coming.
guys hit the 5 minutes,
Veteran ASAPs coming in. Interesting. So we had Lionheart a little bit earlier talking about the ASAPs are very good with bombards. I think that's enough bombards to protect right there. Nice fight being taken. Still Abus Gunners H2, but it's not gonna make a difference. All of the Falconets are gonna go down. The 2 Culverins are also gonna go down, so those big red bombards are gonna reign supreme.
Great bombard.
What is the outcome?
5 splash area. The only thing that has that, I think.
From that,
It only fires every 8 seconds. Kind of funny, I think.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
I think the bombards are the bombards are just gonna kill. You could delete all the infantry. The bombards alone probably win this game.
In 30 seconds.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
And look,
yeah, I'm pretty speechless. What a great game.
Look at what is coming, I believe, here. Yeah, there you go. Capiculukop. There you go. The big spies with the spy boost. Basically, they now get more range resist, I believe, or no, melee resist. They get 10% melee resist. Nice play though by Frontline right there. He sees that a push is coming from this side. Okay, I'm gonna push on the other side and kill a few villagers. Very nicely played. However, as we said, Ottoman is on triple TC, and those TC produce villager for free, so I'm not sure this is going to be a big impact, and this may do a lot more damage because all of those bombards, yeah, there you can see. Look at the speed at which that TC went down. Holy moly, that was basically 2 volleys. Boom, see ya.
Yeah, this base is going to be deleted in under a minute.
Yeah, yeah, I have to agree.
It's not looking good.
I have to agree right there. Frontline, yeah, he can just pop his opponent right there in a few seconds if he wants to. Not a lot of Nizams right now. The reinforcing Nizams are on the way. There you go. Still no upgrades for those Abus Gunners, but honestly that doesn't matter because there are so many bombards at that point. I would love to see a quick siege of those houses, but GG.
Gee.
Frontline had enough. Oh man, I am speechless. I am actually speechless.
Yeah, it's hard to punish that, to be fair. Like Frontline definitely could have pressured a bit more, but even with perfect play, I think it's hard to stop Ottoman from getting either factories or a good timing out.
Yeah. And
what great play though.
Yeah, it's really when we look at the game from a more newbie perspective, I think this might be called a bit boring because Frontline wasn't really committing and Julian K was very passive. But when you think about all of the mind game that basically Julian pulled out during this game, to me it's a super impressive game, like extremely impressive game. Really by Julian K.
Oh, definitely. There was a lot of points in that game. Like for example, him showing the 3 Spahi to the stern means that Frontline and I'm thinking if I'm Frontline, I'm France. I have to go back.
Without any butter.
8 guard Spahi that kills my whole army.
Yeah.
And then Julian, knowing that he's going back and doing that, just ships factories and is totally fine. So
yeah.
It was well played. Good mind games.
I don't have out of money, so I haven't had any coffee, milk, or butter for a week.
Very well played right there by Julian. Yeah. What I want
it sucks when you lose all your money as me, because then you still have all the fucking monthly things to pay off.
I think many players piloting Ottoman right there wouldn't have resulted.
I feel like I'm cheating the game. Like I've already
Hungrybox lost. Did J-Mook lose too?
J-Mook lost to Panda, didn't he?
Yeah. Shusei lost.
To
I'm going
J-Shu.
6-8.
Knows about another thing. When you mash out of egg, you get a tiny amount of invincibility on that jump out.
Here's a nice break.
We're seeing Sharp time it for the multi hits. What happened? Ledge stalling. To be fair, like at this point, like okay, whatever.
Yeah, like
that was 180.
You're at 180. You know, Yoshi was gonna kill you pretty soon anyway.
Tortilla. Really whole wheat and wheat. Hopefully kind of tastes like just wheat, right?
Yeah, run up tilt would be to again a
It's delicious pork salute cheese, which is actually sweet. It's not French. Just tricking people. Disgusting fast food advertising. Need to be executed in a cannon.
Except for the one they were afraid of.
That smells like cinnamon.
Like,
and rainbows, and porcupines. You never had a porcupine, was a beaver. Fuck you! That's referencing one of the stupidest songs of all time.
Right, so pretty much in the driver's
It's called.
Definitely want to see some adjustments from W. If you're a W, Alex,
let's take a cultural break here. Listen to Viola. Big Brown. Lyrics. Winona. It's one of the stupidest fucking songs I've ever heard the lyrics to. We're gonna score this big brown beaver shows stuff to all our friends. Just like it's not like you think, shut. One day the beaver turned lever, she caged him up with cyclone fans. A donkey blew its old baboon and said, recognize that smell. It smells like 7 layers the beaver eats Taco Bell. Come on. So I'm gonna take a little break here. That's pretty good. Now Rex was a text out of New Orleans. He covered up to the carnival shows. He brought bumper cars, stuck cheap cigars in, and canted up his nose. Got wind of the big brown beer. I thought he'd take himself a peek. And he was so quick he got him by the kiwis and then pissed for a week and a half. Fiona took a big brown beaver, she stuck him up in the air, said, I sure do love this big brown beaver, I wish I'd have a pair. The beaver must have slept for 7 days, he was an awful fright, so taking his shin and gave him a pinch, and the bastard tried to bite me. Fiona loved her big brown beaver, she stroked him all the time. She pricked her finger one day in the curtain, she might have a porcupine. Myrpigsvin. Nail peg, we say in Swedish.
He could get a punish safely and was just like, you know, I'm really far ahead, just going to disengage from the situation, not risk getting messed up.
And also give my shield some time to recharge. Yeah. Recharge is pretty fast. That definitely was a miscue. That side B. No, I lied.
No, some of them do it intentionally. I don't know what's up here.
I didn't know it was
that one was a mistake, right, bros? Like,
wow, that was a risky down B.
Yeah, it was risky down B, risky up smash as well, but would have caught the double jump had Leviathan continued to pressure. So, kind of got to throw those haymakers though. You are 2 full stocks behind.
And catching out his shield with up tilt.
Okay, I don't know about that up B, man.
It didn't connect.
And that's Rage acting against Yoshi.
I don't think Rage affects multi-hits, or it shouldn't if they're coded to be multi-hits.
If they're coded properly.
That's true.
A lot of them in this game aren't.
That also might be why Yoshi can jet drag downs easier than most other multi-hits, if it's a different kind of detection.
Yeah.
Whatever, he sucks.
Honestly, not a huge amount of game sense on this matchup. I'd imagine Frontline's going to go for some sort of FF and try pressure Malta, and Malta's probably going to do some Age 2 like Bow, Pike, Huss and try get a good trade on the Falcons. That's probably my prediction. And I'd imagine it's a decent Spain matchup if you can protect those Falcons pretty efficiently.
We can see on the side of Malta a very greedy start with Market, no hunting dog yet. He's gonna go for Nurse. He's gonna go for hunting dogs after.
Hunting dogs.
Before he went for trading post. So very long edge one actually on the side of Malta of Julian K. showing us he's very confident into the inability, let's say, of Spain to inflict early damage to him. And he's gonna go for late edge up right there. Very, very interesting. First card he sends likely going to be 3 villagers, and we need to see if he has German tongue in deck and if he's gonna send a German tongue. I believe he's waiting to see frontline deck. Frontline going with the 3 settlers. Very, very H3 centric deck, really with 4 unit shipments. So we are gonna see a lot of pressure in H4 coming on the side of frontline, while Julian K finally he picked his deck. Versus Auto, so versus FF basically. 3 settler, German tongue. We can see also the Hospitalier card here, Knight of British tongue also, British tongue as well. Interesting. 2 order galley. I'm not sure it's gonna be useful on this map, but hey, who am I to judge?
Whoa. Yeah, it seems like like an interesting card to have on a land map.
Oopsie.
But
same for the X-Back of the order. I'm not sure it's gonna be useful, but hey, he has plenty enough card. That's what we are gonna conclude with.
maybe they know something we don't. You know, Julian knows this game. Maybe he knows something.
Maybe he can pierce the ice, sorry, and transform all that part of the map into a pond, and so he can ship his ships.
If a fixed gun hits units in the
exactly
ice there, maybe it creates water. That's
exactly.
Yep. We figured it out. Yeah. But there's an interesting card in Frontline's deck in Age 3. It was like the Lionheart, like Soldado card. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Outside of the
I'm not sure what it is.
Outside of this Soldado usage, I really think it's a good card because basically for 200 wood, you have the equivalence of 4 mills or 4 estates. And when you think about it this way, I believe it is pretty busted, to be fair. Because you know, a mill or an estate is 10 vil. This gives you haciendas. An hacienda is 20 villagers. And so that's basically space for 40 vils, you know, to gather either food, or coin. So I really think it's a very good card in order to transition basically to a long-term economy on farm or estate without having to pay the full price straight away. So I really think that card is in the loop.
French accent. So fucking funny, man.
You see what I mean?
I've never thought of it that way.
Obviously, not what I'm doing is because I'm a French character in my book. No, the two honest French assassin. You're lucky you landed on me.
That's the reason I
want to
really
smoke
like
right now, even if it's bad for
you
my
know, for
health.
example, you go into this. You basically like use all of your things. You are starting to
stop your attack
not
with my
have
baguette.
resources again on the map. Boom.
Giant shield.
Suddenly you have 4.
I have beaten every large animal with a baguette.
I really like this.
And I keep doing that voice.
So
that's why I'm.
That's the way I see it, at least. Maybe I'm completely delusional, but hey, the chat is gonna correct me anyway if I am, and yeah.
Yeah, chat roast him. Get him.
Meanwhile,
not a clue what's happening.
Curly, beautiful hair.
German tongue.
Stubble and a good jawline. Women attractive to women.
Very, very nice right there.
Black
He's
suit.
gonna keep going for some wood
because of his
for an house.
absolute unit technique. And spaghetti is as hard as any steel.
That's a lot of housing space that is gonna be used. And yeah, Quartermaster, I believe. Yeah,
just like in One Piece, you know.
So
not
you
the
go for
fighting
the
spirit
house,
attack, you
then
can choose anything
spread
as your
your
weapon.
resources between food and coin. You
A bow staff, an iron
the
pipe.
German tongue right there in front, and all of your settler wagons are going to coin. You produce the 4 settler wagons thanks to the Quartermaster, and you edge up to Fortress Edge. Is that going to be the play? We'll see.
We shall see.
We shall
What is
see.
Frontline up to? Is he FFing here? Steel traps, wood coming in.
I think you got your answer. It's a semi-FF once again. It's the Musketeer plus Rodolero pop into FF, I believe. So I really like this build. To be fair, from Spain, I really think it's super smart.
Yeah, with the 700 wood, he can pick up the TP line. 5 vil, he'll have good eco, and then 700 coin he can age. And yeah, no, I don't hate it. I wonder if the fast Falconet stuff works versus Malta, just because they have maybe some trouble dealing with it. But perhaps this slower play could work as well. And it looks like a beautiful... Ooh, just got the Musk batch out. That's big.
That's my boy right there. No second wax yet. Yeah, instead, look. Instead, he's gonna go into the trading post, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into oh, no, never mind. Never mind. Second wax. There you go. So, second wax on the side of Frontline. Meanwhile, we have some sentinels being produced. The wood has been sent first. No training of settler wagons, which to me says, there you go, more settler wagons coming in finally. But usually if you don't
thought about a new fighting move upload. Shitty cock and bush.
We are gonna need more of these. He doesn't have the coin. Sage. Only 4 sentinel for the first batch.
But
that jump, that commentary, well placed right there, but a little bit
I could buy it, but there's
this
close right now.
Really big deal, because he cannot secure his mine as well as he would like to. So
very suddenly,
Frontline doing a nice job. Just getting a little bit of idle time on that mine. Those small differences definitely add up.
I bought some healthy,
he's
super
doing
healthy
more
stuff.
Musketeers. He could decide to cancel these next batches and age, and I think that's what he is opting for.
And I spent
so
the
it's
rest
a 15
on
Musk
food,
stage, like shipping 5 bill. Sammy, very eco-focused. I wonder if he'll go for
it's never been a problem before.
in H3 if he'll go Spanish Gold first,
Feels
or if
like
he'll just go Falcon push.
200 yours was missing.
We are gonna see 7 rods, and we are gonna see another batch of 10 musketeer. I am pretty sure of it.
Always have to fucking worry about having enough food for
usually that's the way
money
you
for
go
food.
for this. Against Malta, I'm not
The
sure
last 20
because
months.
there is this commandery that is gonna do a lot of damage. But you can see here, yeah, 10 batch, and behind this, here, the Rodleros. Oh, the pikeman actually. Okay, he wants the siege. He wants the
It
siege.
wasn't a good
versus
idea
the
for
commandery, I
200
believe.
euros each month.
I'm
paying off
very
stuff I
unsure
bought.
though, because why would you send the 700
It
coin?
felt like you had
Okay,
leeway,
with
though.
nobody on coin, but is that worth it? I am really unsure, because now you know his next unit shipment is very delayed. You see what I mean? Like the 8 bytes are gonna come super late to aid on that push. So I'm not sure about this. Interesting nonetheless, and it's gonna be a full commitment to H2. What is Julien K doing in reaction to this? We can see yet no Wignacourt construction. British tongue? Wait. British tongue?
Yeah, he's got the longbows.
Interesting. Man, that's so good against that mass of musketeer. They can do nothing against those other longbows. Remember, those are not normal longbows. They have 10% more stats. So they are really scary at that point of the game, and they are just gonna push back that entire mass of musketeer. I really like that adaptation.
He can infinitely pull trick them too. So that's why he's being so confident with his units right now.
This was lucky. Save some money as for bills. It's gonna be paid off.
With that commandery is going to secure both of those hunts, making sure that he's going to get Wignacourt as well on those hunts, which is really important, really key. So
was poison there.
To be fair. What is the reaction on the side of Frontline? There you go. The
no, not asking shut to be generous or anything. As usual, still don't have a stop button.
Everything. He's gonna age House of Trastamara. I like this. Because I think between the longbows, the commandery, the TC, the potential pop, etc., you are just running into a death trap. So I really like this.
Right. Yeah, I think potentially a misplay. Just that extra batch of Musk is just slowing down Frontline quite a bit and didn't really accomplish much. He could be up with Falk down. Once you have Falk, that's when you can actually really push out. But these Musketeers kind of don't really do much, so... He's going to try get up, get Vet Musk, get the Falk going, but I think the Eco, if I'm not mistaken, is probably looking quite good for Spain right now. Or for, excuse me, Malta.
I mean, when we say it hasn't achieved anything, it has achieved one thing, which is forcing Malta
take this,
to invest into British
Steve, baguette javelin, they caught in the mouth, he goes like, switch,
but at the same time, British tongue gives you an extra commandery, which is going to make it so your Knight of Rod is going to be even better. So, in a way, you can play in the end of your opponent, but we'll have to see how it pays off, because as you said, that mass can translate into something that protects Falconets, and if the Falconets do the damage, that mass was worth it in a way, you know.
It's a fantasy book. A lot of the French wouldn't be so powerful and winning all the fights.
I wonder is Julian opting to age up here, or is he staying age 2?
I saw last time I checked. He was still producing some of those Sentinel. He's gonna stop right here, and he's likely gonna age up. Yeah. Already.
So this game's gonna come down to is Frontline able to kind of do what Julian did to him in game 2, where you have the age up advantage, you have the tempo. Can you steamroll with that, or is Julian going to be able to kind of buy enough time and hold? And it's quite a big map for these Falcons to walk across, as well as just like Malta being able to defend with commanderies, TC fire, etc. It's going to be a tough push from Frontline, but we'll see if he can do it.
By the way, very little detail, but I love seeing those rods here. You see, he's anticipating potential order SRs, and so he's placing his rods right there, which I love because his army is on the other side of the map. That's the kind of little micro details that make the difference between very, very good players and scrubs like me, basically. So I really, really like it right there. So we can see 2 Falconets, Veteran Musketeer is gonna come. What is gonna be the next shipment? I will be looking for 5 of those beautiful Lancers in order to completely wreck that. And even those Sentinels, they are gonna not have the best time dealing with Lancers. So I will be looking for Lancers right there. Gonna see if that's gonna be the choice. Sorry for the little lag, guys. There you go. It's back to being better. Completing this batch. Come on. Send the Lancers.
How close is Julian to age 3 here? That's the most interesting thing. Okay, so he's still got 3 quarters to go. That's quite a bit.
That's gonna be slow, yeah. He still has basically a full minute before he gets both the edge up and, more importantly, the upgrades. And there is almost a minute 40 before the first H3 shipment. So Julian K, that's gonna be a tough ride. Right there, we can see behind this the Lancers. Is Julian K gonna invest? Oh, wait, he has Hospitality, which is gonna reduce the time to edge up. And there you go, he's already edged up. We forgot about that freaking card that exists for the Italian Thieves, basically. And sure, the TC is under pressure. He has no shipment left though, and right now he doesn't have the wood in order to get his upgrades. So he's still in quite of a pickle, especially because his market got took down, and he doesn't have a secondary market right there. Yeah, he doesn't. So there you go, big fight. The 2 Falconets, he needs to protect them. Yeah, there you go, very nicely played, keeping them away from the militiamen, which have bonus damage right there, as you can see, and putting the pressure on those Sentinels, which have extra HP, but are still gonna be one-shotted.
Julian K is going into the fight here. Is this gonna work out?
I'm not
sure. He's got some melee units on the bottom. The Falcon are doing good, but not quite good enough.
Lancers,
what a great engagement from Julian.
Lancers coming in the north side from Frontline. He's afraid of the Veteran Sentinel that come in. Of course, there is the card. I forgot, the card reduces the cost of your upgrades. So you got the Veteran Sentinel despite not having the 200 wood. That's awesome. We can see here the skirmishers coming in order to deal with those Sentinels. The Lancers behind this in order to deal with the longbows. Those Lancers cannot commit though because they still don't have the range in order to strike at range versus those Sentinels. So they cannot just dive in because those Sentinels are gonna just eat them alive otherwise. But what a fight, mate. What a fight. And once again, I'm stunned by Julian K play right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went wrong. I mean, you'd imagine with 2 Falcons, he'd be able to just kind of sit there and win the fight. But Julian with like spread out his units and took down the Falcons somehow. Yeah. I'm gonna have to watch that back. I'm not sure how that went so poorly for Spain.
Also, remember, order units, they shadow teched. So the longbows were shadow upgraded, and the Sentinel got upgraded because of Hospitality. That is right there. Where is it?
I thought the way to make you do a switch movement, less racist,
a lot cheaper. So they got the upgrade, and as you can see, when you are nearby buildings, 31 attack, 239 HP versus 180 and 27 attack. So those guys are absolute beasts when they defend Malta base, basically.
Came into a huge cave of calling ice strong barbarian roots shells. A white dragon was long headed wing feathers instead of scales. Blue eyes had their backed up in some poetry of Ackerschmidt arrogant. Wherefore this bullshit hither? Instead filled butter like croissant. To the smoke and French chocolate. Bonne maman.
Snare, he see that the rods are gonna connect, immediately pulling back. Very, very nicely played right there. Can Frontline survive this push? I am really unsure. Does he have a shipment coming? No shipment in the bank, no big puck in the bank. Nah, mate, I don't see an out. 60 pop versus what is almost 150.
Yeah, Julian's just batching Muscuss over and over, and it's the classic, like, Skirm Pike versus Muscuss. You go in, the Pike, aka Rods in the scenario, come out, you kill him, you go back, and it's just a game until the whole mass is kind of gone here.
Look at those.
Like this is probably where he's going to call it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Boyars are great.
Boyar, hello.
Guys, 07 in the chat.
Didn't realize Ferro share is
RIP Frontline. I really don't see an out right there.
That's NA's #1 going down 0-5.
Damn. I mean, once again, EU is on top. That's all I have to say.
There's a lot of action.
Sorry to all of the US fans in the chat, but getting wrecked. That's all I have to say.
Getting wrecked indeed. Frontline, I'll avenge you one day.
One day. Sovereign Holder of Malta of plus 20% stats to those veteran sentinel. Look at those stats. Boom. They are insane. They're absolutely insane. That's a G into the G. Look at those stats next to allied building. It's absolutely insane. Mates,
G.
Yeah, G into the G. I have to say I am amazed by the love.
Wow, Cody with another full stock lead.
Dude, Jmook usually gets so much off of his grabs. I feel like the last couple of grabs that Jmook has got has not netted very much at all, right?
I mean, I think a lot of that is actually Cody's...
Definitely the defensive play from Cody is
right, because he's DIing in such a way that when Jmook does the wave dash follow-up,
right,
Cody's actually a little bit outside the range of the grab, which means Jmook has another thing to pay attention to. When you overload the mental stack, it's harder to get your follow-ups.
Definitely, especially when you're pushed into the corner right now. Potentially your last stock, right? So things are going to get flubbed. Okay.
Great air dodge, but he didn't get the jump. He's got to turn into Princess Zelda. But it's not enough, Cody. And it's been all handshakes here at Battle of BC5. Jmook, well fought, but Cody is going to advance.
Man.
Into the losers finals.
The #1 seed falls. Jmook out of this tournament.
I ate like 1,500 calories yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
I use tomorrow now. I ate all of these. Still not too much. I'm still good.
So, for losers finals, it will be Zane versus Cody Schwab. And then the winner of that will be playing Opsa.
It's a bit of a
grand
run back.
finals. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
We get some...
we are gonna wish you a very good night. This was a great guest. Thank you.
Holy
Thanks
shit,
to you
Julian.
again, Only Boss. Thanks to Pete.
In 1 month,
What's up, guys?
another
Welcome back
tournament.
to Shift Off 16 at the beautiful Atlanta Zoo.
Yeah.
Dude, what is there to say? Except for what a bloodbath it has been.
It's been kind of... It's been great to see elephants. It's been wonderful seeing elephants in the background.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're protecting them from poachers. Meanwhile, everyone in here is getting slaughtered. Like it's crazy. I mean, we've seen HBox out at 33rd.
Right.
Jmook and Loser stopped 32 after falling to Panda.
Correct.
I believe beat him at CEO last year, and then just like left, right, and center. There's
there was J2 over Sunsei.
Oh yeah, that was which caused Sunsei none for.
The guy's name is Star.
They get in
like a star.
Yeah.
That's fucking lucky, man.
Because, you know,
Your parents give you the shittiest names. I heard someone was gonna be named their child Viagra Stepmaster.
Slug
The gym equipment. I was kidding. I figured out that name myself.
Taking some time away.
Yeah, and I think working on themselves. I mean, we're seeing some new aesthetic upgrades from both of them. I'm interested to see what their gameplay looks like. I know Slug, I believe, lost to Darkgenics
That's
Ditto
correct.
at Announced most recent showing.
Yeah, but I have heard that word on the street is he's been playing a ton. I know he was playing sessions with a bunch of like top players. Is also doing a lot of work to implement and integrate all of like the really optimized punish game stuff that we've been seeing from Nikki and Hawk. So I mean, people always talk about how good Slug's neutral is, like what a good melee player is. And so I'm excited to see if he has managed to figure out how to, you know, bring back wobbling.
Yeah, and I mean, Kadoran's kind of been on this whole wavelength of like, I'm changing my
Wow, he looks fucking great with that mustache.
Getting all the results,
But
being a top 10 player.
he's
like,
not.
I've gone, I've come, I've done that, and now I can kind of make this more about the process and becoming something better, and like building up into like an ideal Mark made for himself, and interacting with the game on his terms, which I think is what a lot of us could stay to do more.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I was talking to Sunsei earlier, just earlier today, and about that kind of thing, like finding that balance between work and life and melee, and trying to invest so much of yourself into this, but then also, you know, being
Yo, who do you think is a better
these guys are a great example of, you know, people
mustache,
and
beard,
trying to figure out
Kodoran or me?
how can I fit it all in and be happy.
There's just so much going on at any given point. But oh man, the Pogues shirt, that goes hard. Great Irish punk band.
Oh yeah, you a big fan?
Oh yeah. No,
2 years.
Pogues heavy. It's a great pick.
You know, man of taste.
All right. Probably gonna see that Battlefield start come out. I mean, this is like any Ice Climbers matchup. It's so stage dependent. But
yeah,
I feel
I'm
like
fine with
Fox Ices
all the winning as well.
Watch matchups.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Arc, Bananas, Wobbles, SFOP, Mojo, like all of those players in Texas, like those were the two matchups like trading around for top 3 at any given point. We're going to see a lot of space fair, a lot of late fair, because Rising Fair can get CC credit.
Oh, really, actually. He's just a good player.
Because I used to main ICs years ago, right?
Some more
yeah,
some better,
dirty
but...
wobbler.
Okay,
but you know, I've always felt like part of this matchup is just finding like those misspaced things from Marth, being patient, using the projectiles to your advantage.
A nice
you know, but, for example, if you shield an F smash, you get a grab.
Yeah.
And so, and like you said, if you an instant fair gets CC'd, and just sliding around and trying to you know, find those inopportune moments to push in.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments where it's all about just like finding your tempo shift, getting like your matchup check, like really making sure the other player knows how to work around what IC
it's pretty easy, way too easy.
They really do.
In the 8 of these.
And I feel like as ICs have been forced to get better without wobbling, it's only
But still doing a bunch of healthy things.
I mean, man, we saw like
have some
Nikki
fails
H-Box
to learn
earlier,
how to
and
be over
you know,
there.
Nikki Sopo doing so much work. Slug Sopo just taking the first stock there
With
against
diabetes,
like people have gotten
blood
so
sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, and a green spoon
and
today.
I think something really worth mentioning with Sopo.
Like the huge
is
ball,
it's almost like
reverse,
you're,
mangoes.
you know, the duo is like you're playing chain
That's
together.
good,
You have to
that's
make
the
really
4 of
specific
fame, have
decisions.
since you can eat.
I love
have
that
since you
game.
can eat.
Play with a
Black Seeds, Wheat Jam, have your since you
one
can
of
eat.
the TOs out there for a different game. That is a miserable one. It's
Man.
like when you do get to work together like that.
Calling bitrate.
Right? It all feels
Universally very fucking good as well.
I mean, it's working together.
Spirit
yeah,
algae
we
is
just
very
saw
healthy.
Slug do, you know, a bunch of the new bread and butter, you know, corner handoffs, taking a full stock off the Doran.
Put some
I like
cinnamon in
Blizzard
there.
to like dash
Get some
dance
blood
and jump
sugar.
back, ice block. Covers so much space and it keeps Nana like just kind of locked down. Oh,
Yep.
what do we got here?
There's
Yeah, that's
the
hard to
novel.
follow through. Okay, wow. This is brutal.
Yeah, no, this is a tough matchup. I mean, hard to say what like matchup ratios and stuff are, especially with like ICs going through the renaissance they are. But
yeah, I think they're redefining a lot of what it means to like have a bad matchup because there's so many instances where they just kind of punish.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like even on just damage output, like percentage, you'll take like 26 off of a double down smash or something like that. It's a bit ludicrous.
yeah, and you know, like friendlies against ice climbers are not the same thing, right? It's almost like playing poker with no money, right? It's
Yeah.
like, you need stakes to really know how volatile it can be.
Yeah, it's the difference between like playing Dead by Daylight or being in the horror movie, right?
For real.
Like they are still a little scary, but it's like, well, you know.
Yeah, you can imagine, but until you're there.
Yeah. There's no.
Doran never talks about the same stuff he plays.
Okay.
He's like almost sound.
Yeah, that should be it.
It's a pretty convincing game one from Slug there.
Way to go, Slugger!
Rather see the run back here, or I think we go Dreamland, which doesn't feel great either. Marth's stages in this matchup, I feel like are very, yeah, we go back. They're very scary because it's like you do have a good tri-plat with Dreamland, but you also have to wait forever to kill them, and they get to just like burst so much space down.
It'd be fun if you had
one of
like
the tough things with this stage, though,
farting Donkey Kongs and like a t-shirt, it's a bunch of big smarts throwing out.
Like it's you have to double jump a lot of the time, and you know that can be really scary.
Here's another joke from the sick mind of Adrian Hoyer.
I like how he's just like doing this kind of like passive, like I'm gonna get my lick in on, you know.
Oh, that
getting
was actually my real name.
knockback percent where she is gonna eventually just die raw from that.
It's like
try to like push and overextend and maybe get punished.
it's just two retired people sitting in two different single couches to watch on TV. The commercial goes like this. He's farting, and she's like ah. There's 4 second silence, then he farts. And she's like ah. It's 4 second silence. Then he farts. And she's like ah. Then it's like, does your partner fart a lot? Try this not moisturizer. Try this iron freshener from Hydro Peva.
So much of Ices is just like these little checks on like dash or movement. Like being able to find like that up there on that jump you want, being able to find that jab on that dash back.
Yeah, and I mean their traction is so low, their like wave dash is so long, they just end up in places where you don't expect them.
Yeah. They get to be real sneaky, especially now that they have like really good out of dash dance mix-ups for Popo and Nana. I feel like it's harder to tell like when something is serious or like when is it just like a moment to get me to come in.
Yeah, I mean it's and I think just like the pressure of like if you're wrong,
yeah,
like you're really wrong.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I mean mean, this has been a complete switch up from last game where it was like very, very dominating by Slug the whole time. Oh, I love that. That Marth killer.
Yeah, I didn't even see Ossifer and Cyclone. You watched like another stream.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Climber's the only character able to grab ledge and be on stage at the same time.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it was kind of Slug that showed us like how strong that could be with like Slipoggy.
Yeah.
A lot of other things, specifically in this matchup. But it seems like he's got more tools in his toolkit nowadays.
For sure. But yeah, like you said, Kadoran doing a really good job at using these platforms. You know, top light is a safe zone, relatively.
I mean, if you look at how he's moving around, like from side to top, it's less so like the pure diagonal, and he's almost moving like a night with like a L shape, where he's like full jump, okay, second jump. Let's stay away from those up airs, folks.
Yeah, because Ice Climbers have a hard time dealing with the diagonal above and in front of them, because they can jump vertically with low drift. Let's see what we get. Ooh, close to the DI mix-up off F smash.
That's not wobbling, but it's allowed.
Great sweet spot.
Any grab combo,
yeah,
like 40% should be allowed.
To go laterally, but you know, it takes a big call out like that back air to get the diagonal.
Yeah. Those hammers are tough to deal with on the F smash, but thankfully it's like only 2 frames active per hammer. That doesn't reach down quite as far. That's not quite hit. This is a little scary though. Tries first Slipog.
Missed time to the bit. The AC bear.
Oh yeah, just gonna poke through there. Sometimes you can just keep slamming your stick down.
Believe me, I know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But Nana's dead there. Are you unable to save Nana if she doesn't have a double definition tumble?
Yeah, she just hangs out the whole time. She won't be responsive to up B, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. We got a good sharking scenario here.
Yeah, I mean, the hammer not nearly as big as it looks.
It's cool, isn't it? 144 IQ. It's a very different life.
Like they are.
I'm so intense about the things that are my interests.
All right, yeah. This is the right way to play the neutral, honestly.
No, it is.
Like, if you don't want to lose, don't interact sometimes. And this is like a good win state to be in.
Yeah.
You got
socialize with people is cool.
And
see, this is what happens.
Yeah, let's see if he gets the RNG here, and he does, but he misses the handoff.
Yeah.
But no, man, like maybe I'm petty, but
be petty. Be petty right now.
If you're gonna make me play against Ice Climbers, I'm going to use those platforms.
Absolutely.
I am entitled to this.
Yeah.
You were the one who signed us up for this.
Exactly. You picked this at the CSS and you knew it was coming.
Yeah, it's like it's the least I can do. Because we're coming up on a 5-minute game.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah.
Barely too far away from Nana for the recovery too.
Off there from Kadoran, just like a yes.
Oh, I said that.
I mean, when you have those moments where like you come down last stock against a character that has kind of the punish that Ices do, right? Where it's very much like, oh, I'm locked in. Great, I'm here. It feels so nice winning those last stock games.
For real. I mean, playing against Ice Climbers is just always so tense. It always feels like it's last stock.
Yeah.
So like it's what a release, you know?
It really is.
But now we're into the oven.
Yeah, we are walling fair. We're trying to just keep those kids out of here. Stay off my lawn.
Yeah, I mean this stage is pretty brutal. I mean Ice Climbers are just gonna hang out and shoot stuff.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of like buffer tap jump out, like from these jabs, like him just trying to make sure he's not getting jab grab.
I think I want to make this stream a little bit more about
that's still scary.
RuneScape now. It's like I want to break.
Yeah, I mean even the jump out.
All these hours, but at the same time I want to like
take it to percent.
Get real bad real quick either way.
Oh, the slow get up from Nana.
So I'm gonna use
jab down smash, the other big mix up.
Yeah.
The meta stream is something to watch while I'm skilling. There's always something lacking.
You know, you gotta hold that.
While skilling, you know, just repetitive.
Choosing to go for
blue.
Dude, she's too smart. Slug wasn't I don't think he had touched ground yet or been over ground, so she was just standing still. Her AI takes time to reset.
Yeah, her AI not the smartest. They're pretty exploitable. Doesn't DI at all, doesn't tack at all.
It is crazy that they managed to cobble this together in like Melee's development time to have like a doll character that works pretty damn well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And And honestly, I think it's nice that there are like pretty finite rules to dealing with Nana. Makes this matchup feel so much more manageable.
Yeah, if she was like a genius, or even just
like if you say it was crazy in Advanced League, I believe you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be
it was crazy.
Feeling quite as positively about Melee.
Yeah, it could be Brawl.
After has talent.
Is it bad in Brawl?
Ice Climbers were the second best character in the game. And then, is he just dead?
Yeah, another attempted down smash Brawl.
So they would just down throw chain grab from like rep. So you would down throw.
I don't want to do this prep, man, but let's go to the Wilderness and get 110 Hunter.
I think it was even like less technically demanding than wobbling, which really is saying something.
Dude, it's
for some reason I don't want to watch this guy play anymore. It's perfect.
Just for old times'
Just
sake.
for fun.
Well, because we played each other like a decade ago.
Yeah.
And when I was back in my darker days.
Yeah.
And that does not go away.
Just any good 200 BPM.
Through the Fire and the Flames.
Oh,
always a classic.
There you go.
Okay, up smash.
Yeah. Okay. Norton's been shipping this lead, like keeping it there, here and there, but I just feel like any time like you keep doing the one stock for one stock for one, things can get bad.
Well, because you're just praying you don't get grabbed.
Yeah. I mean, this will probably be up throw.
Or he goes for a classic. Down throw down air is cheese.
Yeah, it's not real. You get the SCI, you get out, but it's good to check people.
No,
and he hasn't shown it at all.
No, especially like these days, because people aren't ready for it because people don't do it or have to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, there's no like local turbo wobblers anymore.
No.
Right? There's no one that's like demanding that you get out of those jump check situations.
Nah, it's not that bad, it's really, it's just in my head.
A little bit more safe. Maybe to our own detriment.
I feel like we might see a renaissance.
I would like that, I think.
More ices?
More ices, please.
Oh, okay.
Just for practice, if anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, this went up in cost, man.
Already good, but not too good. The game stops being fun. Okay.
Let's see. Oh. That's a huge opportunity. Does it go saver? It does not.
I think he's a little bit worried about getting like Fedorn had that roll away.
Yeah.
If he gives up all that position and he goes saver, he might get checked off stage. Oh. Okay, knockdown.
Ooh.
Alright.
Okay, good DI on the...
Whatever, man, that's enough. I don't need any more.
Sopo. At the end of the day, it's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good, honestly, but not that good.
He's like Luigi, but a little worse. You know?
Which is pretty good.
Which is honestly pretty alright. I mean, Fedorn taking that first FD game, that's a huge relief. Because at least you secure yourself the last game on your counter pick. If this goes to game 5, like you're just like, all right, we can breathe a little bit here.
Yeah, because that tempo matters.
100 Arctic Barons left.
3 in like a
Good.
counter pick heavy matchup.
Good. Let the Arctic Baron flow through you.
Such just a breath of relief. It is everything you could have asked for. Because you win there, then you just have to play out game 4. If you win out game 4, you feel awesome.
Right, and if you don't, you have game 5.
Exactly. You're chilling.
So almost definitely back to FD, right? Yeah, for
like
sure.
Pokemon is normally like the alternate counter pick stage here for Ices after they exhaust FD. But even then, it's like you might as well just go back.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the transformations can be kind of a mess for Ices, and it can be pretty squirrely with the platform.
We are back there.
Yeah, we are.
Surprise we fell to it as announced Hachi. But here we are.
Man, that carpet ain't poop water.
Alright, roll in. Gonna save Nana.
Yeah. But great coverage by Fedorn just to slide her back off stage.
Yeah. I mean, I think honestly, like the EV of like killing Nana at any point is way higher, even if you like have to take 10% instead of 40 or 50 or death later, because they have a real handoff on you later. And Popo's just so much more manageable.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing a great job of not really giving Slug anything with Sopo.
Yeah. Oh. Turner winner.
1-2 right there.
Turn around there. Okay.
Alright, so then that back air is messed up. It's like 22%.
Yeah, if you get hit with both, it's you're out of CC for most characters.
Yeah, it's messed up, dude.
Like, you sprinkle a Blizzard on, you put some Ice Blocks in it. Those two back airs are just doing work.
Okay. Ooh, good little dash back, avoiding the grab there. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, there's that setup I was talking about with the Blizzard Ice Block. Managed to get some good damage off of it. Doesn't have to push too hard here. He's got control. Ices are definitely blue deck players. Are you a Magic the Gathering kind of guy?
I'm not, but maybe you can.
You know, like a control deck?
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's just like deny, deny, deny. Like, those decks are great once they get rolling, but if you don't have like a land lead or like you're not able to get like your lands going, they're just terrible decks. But like, once you get them rolling, your opponent doesn't get to do anything.
Yeah, I feel like they're so good at that, but then also, sometimes you just get the wave dash in and
that's true.
Rip something.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know, nothing scarier than a character with some flexibility. But
that's true. Yeah, their burst is just terrifying sometimes.
Maybe I should restore my fucking summoning energy before I...
Okay, swoops in like right
well.
before the fair starts actually to get there. Like, check the spot on that really nicely. If you can wave dash under Marth, it feels incredibly. You can kind of see Kadora shifting over.
Alright, so what we're doing here, it's gonna go for 110
I don't want to get blown up like that
on
again.
99.
It's a bad
Just
feeling.
crazy, but after 8 years of playing the account,
staying just out of
all my levels were sweaty,
as much as he has. Like,
butt clenching levels.
Game, but like 8 is hard to just avoid.
Above and beyond.
two characters.
Before they update Hunter
They have such
to 110, I'm gonna have 110 Hunter.
Like they just lock you in a lot of
Just like I have agility.
I think a lot of it is like varying timings and like fastballs on his jump also, making it really difficult to like sense when it's gonna be actionable. Or like
Once again, I get 99 on 2 with the same account. I promise I lose all my excess weight and go back down to medium size.
Yeah. One mix.
I can't just sweat on agility so much in a video game without actually being caring about real life, you know?
Okay.
That was.
I will try my
That was
hardest.
definitely some like caveman Marth.
Dude, sometimes you just gotta rip it.
You do, man. I mean, that's kind of the thing about Melee is like that range of like unreactability requires you to guess a lot of the time. And if they're just doing the same thing twice, they're not always gonna like change what they do.
No.
You might as well double F smash.
Well, dude, I mean, we can talk about Melee like it's cerebral as much as we want, but sometimes you just get hit with the yellow stick.
Yeah, force the mix-up, damn it.
Oh, she's taunting too.
Oh, not gonna resync in time. Good SDI to ledge. Oh, the
Bad
roll in.
roll. Okay, we got one RNG
I
probably.
want to see some more
No,
Amsos.
gets after. Ooh,
Okay, yeah, she walked forward.
yeah, now you can probably after her in, or doesn't even have to.
Sauce.
That's, look at my game.
Yeah.
Where do we go?
Man, buy
The dilemma here
slammers.
is like, do you wanna slog it out on land, or do you wanna like bank on your
Vice
podcast?
climbers means shit climbers in Swedish. It's a really low
That's
IQ
a
joke
smarter
actually.
player's decision.
It's the
I don't know
most
if I'm that
primitive
brave.
part of my
Some
brain
people go
going like,
Yoshis,
we
which
confused
I don't know if I support, 'cause, like, you
want
just
some drugs.
explode. I get like wanting
Not
to keep
today,
them
that's what I
close,
usually
like,
say.
not wanting to afford them so much from center. But
I
like,
mean, I'm just kidding, Misha.
you don't have to worry about getting hands off nearly as much on the stage.
That
You
is-
do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
That is the
Kudurian.
advantage. Yeah, because on Yoshi's you're pretty much always in the corner.
Yeah.
So, great for.
It's abusing Mark with these F smashes, man.
Okay.
Now we have 7.5 minutes to play with.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Kadoran here,
The rainbow
that was super
butterflies
scary.
Dicey.
Good
are
get
good
off here.
agility and hunter experience.
Up till
But I was
a
giving
little
these
bit
charms, just gonna put to my sobriety,
Macy got forward throw there from Nana.
sobriety marks in RuneScape.
Okay, so one good strong hit's probably going to be the end of the stock.
Yeah.
You make cooking, but also get drunk, go to 99, make so much wine.
Yeah. or
Yee-hoo.
a smash attack.
I was wondering who was yelling at that was back, and it's just grab to win. Shout out to grab to win.
There's a lot of Ices fans out there lately.
There are. The old Wisco Wobbler.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Nana's.
She's hanging out. just here for the party.
You gotta love it, man. Sometimes she just does the craziest shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes she just does absolutely nothing.
It's the day zero, yeah. Alright. It's a good position for sharking, but... Squall coming in clutch.
You also have a Polar Bear plus 700 for 30 minutes.
I just feel like an idiot
plus 1700 extreme
it's
hunter potion.
I know I
you win 99 Herbivore.
Put out a better hitbox, but then you get
7% hunter monster tracker aura, and I have this tracker outfit that gives me 7% hunter success rate. Damn, I missed the fucking arms.
I like how he's baiting space.
That was just a double loot, continuous the trap. All kinds of shit. Teleport to hard rotation, for example.
Like doing the full hop and then Slug goes with the up air and he hits the side B.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I never floated the fucking arms before.
It's awareness of like where to get out. This is really risky, honestly.
He's been slippery.
Yeah. Nice blocks up over them. Should be death here.
Yeah, unless he botches the edge guard, but
yeah, we'll get there. Okay. 50%.
I mean, I did not realize how close if I could have when I was sleeping earlier today.
Okay, good down smash there. Didn't have time to like a grab or anything.
Did he like up tilt instant ASTI down? Because that's what it looked like. Slug squeaked out a down air, and he was just right there with the turnaround grab.
He must have.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me. I feel like Kadoran quietly has a lot of those little optimizations on deck.
Yeah.
I mean, most top players do.
Yeah, it's a lot of awareness of like, I need to get back to some semblance of crouch state at 1%. How can I return to the promised land?
Okay, nice upgrade of shield.
Yeah. Bat in the way. Did he touch down is the real question here.
They jumped early though.
Oh, Squall?
Yeah, down.
No way.
I love every time I see a shield breaker.
Yeah, it's always just like, it's a little silly a lot of the time, but when it works, it's gotta feel so good.
I agree.
Just say garbage stick and twisted.
You know, honestly, for us being here at 4 minutes is pretty good for a Dreamland game.
No, honestly.
Yeah,
oh, dick twist.
Alright, really good percent here for Doran. Able to just shunt Slug into the corner. Reversal out though. Oh, double bob.
Nice wall attack.
Yeah. And he had some good
Saucy take.
The ice blocks too.
Sauce, sushi, shushies.
Okay. Nice. Okay, Bear there catches in a little unexpected. Good slip hog in. Yeah. Forces him to go high with that slip hog, making him think just a quick second guess, like, can I get this? Gotta say Nana. Oh, beautiful nair. No way. Okay.
What do we go?
He's going for big dividends right now.
It's close.
Is the market crashing though?
Barely. Yeah, no jump.
The survivability here is crazy.
Oh.
Double jab? Oh my god.
What an air dodge.
Kadoran was not ready for him to have his jump.
Off stage. Oh.
Come on now.
Okay. Oh. Great spot dodge.
Oh my god. Oh. Sluggish. Oh. Just checking with shield.
Looking for the tech chase. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Oh, and the nice little pop.
Jeez Louise.
Kadoran's gonna feel good about that.
I mean, I feel like he really just excelled in like resetting situations for so much of that. And then
actually, I wasn't paying attention.
That last slug neutral, I think, was some of the best like Sopa we'd seen from
for sure.
Slug all day.
For sure.
That was crazy.
The clean cut.
But you know, just the discipline from Kadoran, just like not really overextending wherever.
He did rip that. I mean, that up is pretty safe.
Yeah, for being gay, what did I say that? Being bisexual. What is my brain for? Like, you're gay, but like, I'm not gay.
Because you have
what
to
the
full
fuck?
hop. You barely hit the top platform with up air. You don't get any kind of follow up. So
they're having.
There's so many people I don't like.
Really
basically, men that women really like, you know, with a rugged, like rugged jawline and stubble, looking like stud maybe. I don't like that.
Right.
I think you think you're stupid.
Yeah, because I mean, Kadoran was making such great use of that top platform. Yeah. And you know, it was like home base, and he's coming down.
Strong man, I don't like them.
So to have Pokemon
but they're strong.
That is
sure.
He's the top tier. He's in the penthouse. He's hanging out.
So many buff gym dudes I don't like.
That's pretty fun.
Zane's route as 4th seed is kind of crazy.
Dude, it's bad.
Yeah.
He got Junebug. I think it's projected to be the winner of Junebug Axe that plays him tomorrow.
I believe so. Yeah. I was talking with June in the VIP room because they needed Falcon practice, and they were talking with Axe, and they said, "You want to know your bracket?"
You learned a new word today, sapiosexual. I'm a sapiosexual, finding intelligence sexually attractive and arousing.
June remembered to me, he's got a bad bracket.
But you know, I'm not like a raccoon either. I found the whole person that is intelligent very attractive as well, and likable and
insane. But Zane has to get through, I think, KJ
and cute and
maybe one more, and then I think winner of.
Endearing, adorable.
So there's one other person I think waiting.
A smart woman in a suit and tie. I really like that.
You're right. I can't remember who it was, but I remember it also being somebody quite different.
It might have been Agent.
And it is.
Well, Agent
got up.
The most important thing I think probably the most important thing I find in a partner.
Crazy.
Because I want someone like me to live my life with.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it's important.
This is one of the most stacked brackets, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty very relatable, isn't it?
There's an argument. I think this is like the most stacked.
Some people want to find someone that's different than those others. It makes no fucking sense. I have no idea why people do this.
I think that weren't there like 80
Why
something?
would you tolerate someone different than yourself?
I think that we're close to that.
Okay.
Like actually,
I think it's like 6.
You could have someone that's similar to you. Well, not in every way, but
I know it's pretty stacked.
Good ways.
I don't know if as the qualifier.
Yeah, I feel I'm getting through the shot.
But I think there's a lot of people that are like right on the cusp of top 100 that are also all here, and people that are like definitely in contention for this year being their year.
No, I agree. It's like I said, it's a bloodbath. There's so many upsets, and I mean, yeah, Maelstrom 3-1.
And lucky me, I'm meeting somebody regularly right now that is just as smart as me.
Faust is, I think, chilling, waiting to play for.
Talking about smart stuff is so nice, man.
Faust lost to Mokian winners and Dawson game 5 and losers.
Oh, Dawson's on a run too because Dawson lost to Fable.
Yeah.
Pretty early on, and then I guess it's just
clawed his way through. Yeah, because he beat. If I'm not mistaken, Dark Hero beat Bobby Big Ball or Chicken Man 400.
Did Dark Hero beat Chicken Man?
Yeah, 3-0. 3-0. And then Dawson beat Dark Hero.
Okay.
And then Dawson beat Faust.
Wow, that's a run.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. I see Junebug stepping up to the plate, which means we might get to see Jungatsu.
June Lod.
Oh, snap. I forgot that was who was in.
Yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
I feel like Lod is seated really low. It's hard because he's doctor.
Right.
He's not around, he's not playing, he's not.
Yeah,
but like he's perennially like a top 20 player.
No, I know, and he's been doing pretty well recently, right? Because he
won the pre-local.
He won the pre-local. He also.
I also think I would like
I
think a personality type
he
of
beat
16
at
as a date person companion as well.
Incredible.
I said we just got really smooth, you know. They much like you.
I mean, that's inarguable.
Just like they were a gamer. There's so many things you don't have to say, and everything was like.
Kim, Armada, Triff.
You don't have to explain anything. You know exactly how each other works.
He's probably like comp. Like some of the earliest players to ever
yeah, like that, or like Mike G.
Yeah, Mike G. And that's crazy. No, June Lod. This matchup has like traditionally plagued Donkey Kong players. There's not a lot of very consistent like follow-ups that you have on Peach in the same way that you do fast followers.
ENTJ.
Some call it brain.
INTP.
I call it brain genius.
EST.
Well, the interesting thing about this, is that at Eggdog Invitational last year,
but I never have. We lost girlfriends have not been thinkers.
Was.
I was taken back. I think that like you can really like the down air edge guard is super good to deal with.
It is a Mr. Bug out of the Junebug.
He just grabs you and hits you twice. Like the punish disparity is pretty high.
Put it on a baguette.
I'm interested to see if there's anything new that June's been cooking up in the oven.
But I know, when you're supposed to find a product these days, you haven't found one ready to lower your standards, I know.
But
I guess ugly people can be very interesting. You have no idea. If someone's pretty, you know a lot of things for granted, but they can hide so many interesting stories
but no, I
and
think that there's a lot of
personality traits and
collaboration
size and
between
stuff.
the
You're
DKs.
ugly.
I know that there's like a
But just
West
if they're
Coast
fat,
having
it doesn't have to be too
DK
fucking
Dot,
ugly.
who I think has been.
She's crazy.
But don't pick fat people.
She's the one that posts. I don't know if you're very active on the Reddit, but she posts like the gaming.
Yeah, don't be jealous. I never talk about this.
Like Gaming 8. That's just the titles, and they're all just nasty Donkey Kong clips.
Yeah, I mean.
Just get smarter.
Yeah, there's Da. There's June, obviously. I know that there's like a weirdly large coalition of European Donkey Kongs.
Right. I mean, the only one I know of is Mo.
There's Mo. There's IUD King. Or it's IUDKing.
Right.
I'm not really sure.
I've heard that.
Yeah. But
damn it.
This should be good. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of walling bear both ways, I think. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
This is gonna make things either. I mean, Peach is still really hard for Pika if we're looking at who.
There's 6 minutes to click on this.
Let's see.
Or it's 1 hour.
And these guys must have played a lot back in the day, right?
A fair bit, yeah. I mean, they are part of the self-ascribed MBVA Brown Boys.
Right.
Which was Rishi, Laud, June, Zane, where that whole crew kind of.
You haven't seen this guy Donkey Kong. It's a fucking.
But I think a lot of that was when June was.
Yeah, definitely
treat.
not DK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly a chic
Good
player.
job, Brian.
Like this is a much more recent development, I think.
Well, it's so funny that June was not setting out to be a DK main, right? So June was going to change and play a different mid-tier every year.
Yeah.
And so, a few years back he had his Dr. Mario year, and then his DK year, and just happened to just have amazing results and just decided to come in.
I mean, just kind of realizing
Yeah,
that this
story, man.
character feels
Classic
very
story.
good to like what
The
they want.
YouTube content
You
creators
know what it
story.
deprived us though?
Pardon me?
You know what it deprived us of?
What is that?
The Junebug Youngling.
Oh.
So we missed out on that, but we missed out on the first stock. I was completely lost on that one. But yeah, like I said, Walling Bear, playing mix-ups around like the landing and like where.
We should like the donkey punch shots.
Yeah.
That's pretty useful.
That's pretty handy.
Look, we're back to even, man.
Yeah.
We didn't miss anything.
Yeah, punches on deck. Gets the shield DI to just be able to slide off and jump out. But
Really great coverage there. Oh.
Okay.
Trying to shark, but
yeah. It's like a whale shark. they don't have good teeth. Okay, get some damage.
The punch must do a ton, right? It must do like 20% or something.
I think it is 20.
That is very good at the downers as well.
Okay.
I'm crap at that.
Yeah,
Donkey
you gotta
Kong.
take that. If you're going for that versus like one singular up air, please. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this edge guard looks brutal. Just rinse and repeat. Yeah.
The SCI through that was compounded by what percent June was at, but holy cow. They went from the bottom to the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, barely misspacing it.
Yeah, just trying to wait out these options for Peach on platform. Okay.
It can be so hard. Oh, great up Beater shield, but it can be so hard to contest Peach and not just get blended.
I mean, she is the trade queen, right? Like she's at your local flea market doing her thing. Oh, and that's no punch. Tried to rip that one out in neutral.
Yeah. Oh, just it's a ballsy just run up grab.
I mean, I think so much of this is going to be like setting up mix-ups around like, am I facing forward or away from you? And then finding opportunities to catch Peach like grounded, where she's thinking maybe I can ASDI down or crouch like a back air if it's misspaced.
Yeah, I guess both these characters kind of play like stance characters, right? Where Peach in the air, facing forward or backwards, like Fair and Bear, very different utility moves.
Yeah.
DK, obviously, big leg.
High, but just won't go into punch just yet. Trying to catch something.
Anything.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Big rest from June.
Yeah, June, looking up at the ceiling a little bit, seems to be really trying to. Ooh.
That's the big body tax. You got to pay those. Okay. Yeah. Oh, try to get the fastball.
But it's not the heavyweight. Fast attacks, fast movement.
Just
yeah.
Holy shit, not beat the crap out of Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not down smash is not always the best option, but a lot of the time it's a pretty good option.
It really is.
It's hard to play around, a bunch of percent.
Yoshi's, okay.
It's got to be for the low ceiling, right?
Yeah, I mean, you do have confirms from like up throw into up air. I think like similar. We're gaming.
Just sliding around. Yeah, who needs a button? Just the
I mean,
that was rough.
It's my opinion that Peach is kind of like more of a mid-tier and low-tier destroyer than Sheik is.
I mean, that's like the
What the fuck?
Like the hot
It's a
take.
crazy
It seems to be like
comment.
a pretty common opinion these days.
I think people are getting it now because it's like, no, like Peach, you can't combo her. Like you can combo Sheik.
Right, and not only that, but most mid-tiers don't have great tools to deal with CC.
No.
And like, you know, CC Sheik down smash is fine. CC grab is really good.
Yeah,
But
and
nothing like the blender.
CC grab for Donkey Kong here, that's you 20-30% maybe. Like, it does not give you the same dividends. And so, like, that's what
If you're gonna mix it up, if the whole back air spells would going to have to switch things up.
Yeah, there you go. Trying to shield poke too, because DK's shield really bad.
Somehow it was more successful before.
Just the EV on just spinning is great.
Double grab's kind of slow actually. He's lucky. He's using his fast attack.
Good. Dot eye. Yeah, just gonna let that swing out.
Yeah, man. The number, because I feel like Blood's not normally this much of a down smasher.
No.
Like this is a game plan down smash.
This reminds me of Slug Fiction. That one set where
Well,
just
do
like
it. What do it? What do it? So we know didn't. What do it? We
like,
know
solve the
what
problem.
did it? So do
solve
it.
the
What do
problem.
it?
And it's like you forgot your number 2
That
pencil.
wasn't correct actually.
You can't fill out the
I
scantron.
didn't want to do it too much, too little.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Sometimes you know the
Supposed to
answers.
go
and you
like,
just
so we
can't-
know what doesn't do it, so what do it.
Yeah, like look, that was 21% on the money. That's all we got off that.
You have a standard to your
And
nonsense.
all of a sudden, we're just seeing Law just be able to take the fight to him.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh. You know, I was under the impression that's true, like the up throw up air, but
yeah, I'm
a
not
little bit
entirely
slow.
certain myself.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice
Should
little
be
wavelength grab, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe it was just
That head, the head can T-bot the T-Rex. Rod Dwarf.
hanging tight.
He
I
might
mean,
put
Peach
off
doesn't
works
have
as
great
Scottish.
escape options either, so
Give
even
the
if it
black
is true sometimes, like,
dwarves
her
who
jump
have
is so
grey
slow,
skin.
getting out of harm's way can be pretty tricky.
They're just a different part of Scotland.
His head is pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is like fairly close, like a one stock difference, you know. But like, it's one of those one stock differences in a matchup where it's just the grind.
Yeah, I mean, on vibes, this is a tough comeback. Oh, especially now.
On vibes alone, yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine getting conditioned the whole game to like deal with down smash, and then all of a sudden all of your jumps get called out.
Yeah. It's like, oh right, this is like
Holy
a
shit,
perennial top 20 player. Well, that
His
is
winners.
amazing. I forgot. Yeah.
Whew.
Dang.
Lost ain't gonna fucking go anywhere, but Jundog, what am I doing?
I feel like Lod's been kind of due for a big run, honestly.
Yeah, I think because his
You know the
genesis
second
was
most
pretty
common source
respectable.
of cholesterol is cheese. That means when you eat cheese, it's a lot of cholesterol, you know?
I mean, there's a lot of killers who have, are out of the winner's bracket. I mean, HBox out of bracket period.
Yeah. No HBox has got to feel great for any Peach mates left.
Yeah, it's word on the street is it's his worst tournament placing since his first tournament.
That's a crazy stat. It's
That's,
just been like
that's
2025
crazy.
melee.
Star doesn't even believe it.
Year has just been like one of the nuttiest ones for like, oh, this person lost this streak to this person. This person broke, a cold streak against this person.
Dude, honestly, it's since Tip Top 15.
Yeah, Hungry Boss just
Tip
won
Top
for the
15.
first time against in like
the
2
whole
years.
year, right? HBox's streak was
But
broken
then he
last year at the
uses
same
this-
tournament.
yeah.
Mango won after like a year and a half of only Cody and Zane winning everything.
Yeah.
And since then we've had, Aklo and Josh Man in second place, Moki winning majors, HBox back in the fray, Triff getting second. Like it's crazy town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Triff getting second is pretty impressive. You could have won that, it wasn't for Xbox, so you just stole the fucking tournament. This was a fucking easy matchup for him. He should have said, so, Hungry Boss said a lot of things for Genesis, but it didn't say that it was the one Genesis easily.
That 6-inch
Yes,
stiletto
Triff.
making your life hell.
I mean, oh.
Well, yeah.
Dude, but
I'll
he
tell
even
you.
needs it when you can just.
When I saw that matchup, I saw him in top 4. I was like, damn, Hungry Boss can beat this, He's got a 90% chance to win, I think.
It's been really
But then it was against Trip, and I was like, damn, how Ross can beat this, you know?
Down smash me. Lucas, what else does he have, man? Oh, another great tomahawk.
Yeah, the join.
But these are comeback headbutts.
Join on platform mix is actually horrifying, and because it was like, it would be what's that stitch? Yeah. Oh, and the re-grab.
Most commons
it would be
was
join on
his
platform
eggs,
up air,
and
join on platform grab. So it's like either that or like shark up air, but. This
that
is
was yesterday, must have been.
Closer to done than any turkey
but
I've seen.
if you don't have, you could stop eating eggs if you want to, but they're pretty good considering you have cholesterol.
We touched on it briefly at the start of the set, but I was like, it just feels so hard of an option.
But you always gotta do something about your cholesterol.
It's so difficult.
Throughout your life, it's gonna go up, so you have to have it not go up, you know. And the best way to do that is eat something that decreases it.
I mean, good stuff.
That's better than avoiding it, because there's such efficient methods.
Like that's going to be, I think that was for Winners Top 32.
It's an easy one. If you just drink soy milk, one glass every day, for a month.
I mean, June beating Gods is also
you lose cholesterol with 20, 30 points.
What's the
percent?
Back burner, but also just like quietly like a top 70 player every single year. Like it. High heights,
it's
like
true. You know, I don't have to fucking do it. You do it.
I don't know what kind of firmware he's playing
I think it was
on.
That's the interesting thing I was about to bring up.
Because he plays on the Smashbox.
Well, he played on the Smashbox, not here.
What is he on now?
I could not tell you. Something with a normal layout.
Okay.
Because word on the street is that his Smashbox had a let go of C-stick down button.
It did. It did. You know, I'll show you Slippy files that'll turn you over.
Bless the controller rule set.
Yeah.
That's abhorrent.
I mean, yeah. I've seen worse. I've seen CC foot pedals.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, C-stick down foot pedal was a crazy one.
On a box?
On a box. So it would be like you'd be playing and you just toggle it with your foot. Which I'm a big fan of the old method, which was a piece of floss.
The string around the backside. Yeah.
Just to be able to use your pinky. I always thought a paddle would be an interesting addition to a GameCube controller.
That'd be fun.
It would be kind of fun. You know, just like a little.
If that was about to get a fucking switch for the feet as well as the hands, you can modify incredibly.
Yeah, even a little bit, right? Like whether we have nailed all of it or not, I'm glad that we set some precedent to that there is a limit to the madness.
Yeah. And we can experiment with this rule set too, I'm sure.
Yeah, now that there is something in place, we can iterate if need be. Like, the precedent is set that it's not the Wild West.
Yeah, it does seem as though I think like regionally, I know like Oregon's not adopting
I need a break until the next start fighting again.
Jedis don't give up. I mean, even if he had a problem, he would maybe take a year to try and regroup. But if he made a mistake, he would try and right that wrong. So right there, we had a fundamental difference. But it's not my story anymore. It's somebody else's story. And Ryan needed me to be a certain way to make the ending effective. That's the crux of my problem. Luke would never say that. I'm sorry. Well, in this version, see, I'm talking about the George Lucas Star Wars. This is the next generation of Star Wars. So I almost had to think of Luke as another character. Maybe he's Jake Skywalker. He's not my Luke Skywalker, but I had to do what Ryan wanted me to do because it serves the story well. But listen, I still haven't accepted it completely, but it's only a movie. I hope people like it. I hope they don't get upset. And I came to really believe that Ryan was the exact man that they needed for this job. Jedi's...
Oh, I see the same. This is probably very interesting, but never watched these videos. Here's a good roast. This guy is kind of stupid and pointless, but when he gets fat as well, he has no way to conveying his otherwise would be average opinions and emotions. Filler human being. Interesting how humans roast both mediocre people and exceptional people with saying stuff like, which I said. Yo, Vert finally out of the fucking mining grind. It was extra slow to 99, 2,000 hours. Old school mining is tough, man.
Skill-expressive movement in all of gaming, and Team Fortress 2 is unsurprisingly no different. Rocket jumping is TF2's premier movement tech, and in the last 16 years, rocket jumping has shown itself to have an unbelievably high skill ceiling. And as you can imagine, when there's a game with super high skill ceiling, people start to compete with each other. Rocket jumping became a speedrun game, where people would compete to get the best times on maps that they possibly could. And as the interest in rocket jumping grew, leaderboards started to spring up, and people started grinding to be the best in the business. But for the longest time, there was a player who held that best in the business title, and he was almost completely unchallenged for a very long time. One player sat in the first place spot on the leaderboards for 6 years before finally being dethroned. And the reason as to why he lost his rank 1 title is a lot more complicated and a lot more nefarious than you might expect. So this is the story of the greatest rocket jumper of all time, and his name was Bosch. Boschi's jumping career first started out playing on an old Russian jump server, just, you know, playing for fun and getting the hang of things. People joining jump servers just for fun is incredibly common, because rocket jumping is just as useful in-game as it is on a jump server. But one day, a friend he met on this server named Sunrise told him about a whole new set of servers called Tempest. And the Tempest servers is where the competitive leaderboards are. Each individual map has its own leaderboard, where the world record time is at the top and everyone is racing to try and beat it. But Tempest also has a global leaderboard. Just beating a map will get you points, and beating the bonus jumps that you often see at the end of maps also gives you points. Harder maps and bonuses give more points than easier ones, and getting top 10 times and world records gives you even more points on top of that. And the more points you have, the higher you place on the global leaderboard. And within just 3 years of playing Tempest, our player Boschi had reached the global rank 1 spot, a title that he would keep for the next 6 years. His first ever world record was achieved in 2015 on a map called Jump Oats. It was an okay record for the time, but it was beaten just a few days later by a player named Zigzati. But years later, Boschi would take back this world record with a 1 minute 27 time. But this first world record would obviously not be the last, because Boschi had claimed over 300 world records at the height of his career. And to single out certain runs in the career of a player with that many records is obviously very difficult. But he did have some standout runs that were seen as completely unbelievable at the time they were achieved. He had a run on a map called Jump Jerf. This map is very old and very...
You know, the progenitor.
I mean, fourth.
Yeah, is that the boys? He's about to play against some guy who looks like Shroom.
In a way, but it's like you look at recent results, you look at Announce Bowl, you look at Full House.
Yeah. He got upset 4 times in 2 tournaments.
He did.
And look, he is one of the top, you know, handful of players in the world. Everybody's an upset. Every loss is an upset. But still, like, it's so much shakier than I think we're used to seeing from him.
Yeah.
And we hold him to such a high standard that I think...
Oh, we have to see low spiller, colon 3.
Personally, I think reactive seeding is okay.
I think it can be alright, yeah. And I think it makes for more interesting matchups because you're not always playing like the same people necessarily.
Yeah, because seeding and rankings are not the same up there.
I can't believe they're fucking pro now in a Smash tournament.
He's so good.
Bro.
You double jump away, great slide off, but we missed our jump. That's tough. That's
again.
looking like
I never know if these, you know, these like counters and stuff, the weird options, if they're him just playing around or actually trying to figure something out.
I mean, it feels like he's calling like
Let's
very
say he made that
specific,
mistake
like,
because he made the mistake.
And he gets the meteor cancel. This is tough, man.
It's a fast force dog.
Yeah.
It's 1 minute. 1 minute force dog. 6 seconds.
Do you think we go back?
Then he pops a shocky milk, he can rewind time for the force dog.
This is like
Popping a shocky milk.
Not bad player.
Man, there's just levels. There's levels.
There's massive amounts. I mean,
it's so hard to explain to somebody unless you like. But the skill disparity in Melee is so just extreme.
And what's crazy is that this is better than
Mono
it
is
used to
impressed.
be.
Yeah,
Skill, it used to be like definitionally, like a player that was ranked was 1,000 times better than the average guy, right?
Yeah, we had 5 gods for a reason.
Yeah, and they hang around for so long.
But this is the most competitive the field has ever been. KJH, an amazing player.
Yeah.
And
still just
sometimes you just get clipped.
You get that work. Oh my god.
Okay. It's good. Typical Slayer
nice, good catch.
message.
Oh.
Wasn't able to get the full follow through there.
Man, sometimes when you're playing a player as good as Zane too, it's like even when you get the hit, you're like not ready to follow up on it. You're just so surprised.
Well, also like at the highest level, everyone's been implementing some real freak SDI.
Oh my god.
Like everyone's defense is so much better now too, even on just like a micro scale. That is. He's plat drop fairing on the fly guys.
Hey.
What do you gotta put this guy down? You gotta stop him somehow.
I mean, dude, but how? He is the 4th seed of this tournament. Don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it.
Oh, the edge cancel too.
I mean, he's presenting like so many hitboxes and like, oh my god.
And oh my god, his movement's so good too. Like he's so good at not getting hit.
He just up smashed out a shield and it kind of worked. Like, I feel like KJH has been struggling to get anything started, and it's not for lack of his own merit. It's just like Zane's positioning, his punish. How close are we to New Jersey? Get acidics on the line. That's the KJH. That's actually his. He made that. Okay. Oh. There's just no.
I think Mango specifically would be a lot better with some other characters. He's done all that Falco can. But 10 years ago he did all that Falco can do, you know?
Dude, I hate Zane goes up 3 stocks and then starts stunting. It's like
I think he was really.
I try a few more Fox as well.
I mean, I would.
It's a good character.
You know, arguably the best or top 2 players in the world for like 4 years, right?
Yeah, I think the real cool thing that could happen. There we go. Would be for him and Cody to just be changing hands on first place constantly, year by year. But
yeah, I mean,
it could.
Yeah. Well, that's tough.
Yeah.
Man.
It looked like that one crew battle with Mango and QQ in the big house.
I don't recall.
You know, it's everyone's like, all right, Mango's got 1 stock. It's gonna be crazy, and he does dash away.
Oh no, you're right. I remember that.
And falls all the way down.
That's tough.
That's damn, man. I mean, normally after a set, I'll go, oh, good stuff to the person that lost the set. Stuff, but Zane kind of put him on a milk carton. That was pretty rough.
Like, but sometimes you just get got so hard you can't even feel bad about it.
Get them.
Prestigious. So competition on this map was incredibly
Barn burner
fierce.
fried
For a long
chicken.
time, Boshi already had the world record with a 2-minute 22-second time. And this run was seen as pretty much completely flawless. He doesn't fail any of the jumps, and his strats through the connectors seemed impossible to optimize. But then, in June of 2020, Boshi got a 2-minute 18-second time, beating his old record by almost 4 seconds. And people were wondering, where the hell did Boshi get these 4 seconds from? Well, it was simple. Boshi had discovered a new strat. The old world record looked like this. You do the 19th jump, then you land on the teleport trigger to get to the next jump, then you do that jump and get to the last jump. But Boshi's new run had a much different strat. The new world record looked like this. Boschi had found a way to maintain his speed through the teleport trigger of the 19th jump into the 20th one, which skipped the jump entirely. Boschi also has an incredible run on Jump Apex. Apex being yet another incredibly prestigious map to hold the world record on. It's one of the most popular maps in the game, but it's also one of the more challenging maps. You see, jump maps are classified with a tier system. Tier 1 maps are the easiest maps there are, and tier 6 maps are the hardest. Jump Apex was a tier 5 map, meaning that getting a flawless run on it is much harder than on a tier 2 or 3 map like the ones we've just talked about. Boschi did an offline run, not on the Tempest servers, and he got a record of 4 minutes and 13 seconds on Jump Apex. The online record you'll find on Tempest is 4 minutes and 31 seconds. That's 18 seconds slower than the offline world record. The online record is, of course, also held by Boschi. The offline Apex record is completely flawless, and it also does some faster and more risky strats that the online one doesn't manage to go for. Like doing this wall sync from the connector here. This skips a very slow but much safer B-hop strat that the online run chooses to go for instead. There's also this incredibly clean strat that surfs up this tiny little ramp to maintain all of his speed through the connectors between jumps. It's overall an incredibly optimized run that borders perfection. Having it be an offline time is incredibly unfortunate, really, because it means it doesn't show up when you look for it on the leaderboards, but it's still a crazy run that does a great job at displaying Boschi's incredibly high skill level. There were also jump tournaments held by the community, where all of the best players would fight each other for the best possible runs in the allotted time period, and the player with the best run at the end of the time period would win. There was the beginnings tournaments, which Boschi would compete in, and beginnings 5 and 6, Boschi won every single rocket jump map in the entire tournament. There was also the Tempest Cup, which Boschi was also incredibly dominant in. But on top of all these tournament wins and all of these world records achieved, he was also inventing new strats that would change the way the game was played, like this strat on Jump Speed 2. Going for a sync at the start of this jump was significantly easier and more consistent to do. And this jump might not look that impressive to the untrained eye, but it's one of the most precise jumps in the entire game. A jump that would be a choke point for everyone's runs. This map actually had 0 completions on Tempest, all because of this jump. The rest of the map is incredibly easy, everything except this part. And Boschi was the first person to ever beat the map online, and he did so with a time of 9 minutes and 57 seconds. Boschi was also a key component in creating what's called an angled B-hop. In jump maps, whenever you fail a level, you always get teleported back to the start. The person who made the map put a teleport trigger wherever they don't want you to be able to stand. So whenever you fail, you're always sent back to the start. But on some teleport triggers, you can actually bunny hop off the floor without being teleported back. You have to press a jump input at the exact moment that you hit the ground. The timing window is just a 60th of a second. This is a very common strat in maps, so common that some harder maps actually bake them into the jump intentionally. But this only works when falling from certain heights. Falling from slightly too high or slightly too low will make the B-hop impossible to hit. So Boschi came up with the idea of an angled B-hop. You can use a console command to show you the exact angle that you're aiming at. You can then use this to create setups where you fall from the exact same height every single time, which means you can get B-hops off of basically any surface that allows them, regardless of the height of the platform you're actually working on. Boschi was also the first person to hit this absolutely obscene strat on one of the bonus jumps in Jump When, where you hit 8 jump bugs in a row before pogoing to the end of the level. For those unaware, a jump bug is basically the exact same thing as a B-hop, but you have to uncrouch a 60th of a second before hitting the B-hop, making it 2 precise inputs instead of just 1. So that's 16 essentially frame-perfect inputs back to back, just to make this ridiculous strat work. And this strat is now the strat used in the world record for the bonus. Boschi was also the first person to beat a lot of jumps that were considered tier 0. Jumps that were considered impossible to complete. He was the first to beat bonus 3 on Jump Armature, which uses some spicy sauce jank to get stuck briefly where these textures meet, then do a sync off of it to go through a tiny hole in the ceiling. He was also the first player to beat a map called Jump Homie, a map that is incredibly difficult for Soldier. Both Armature and Homie are intended for the Demo Man class to beat, which is why it requires...
What is the counter pick here?
Oh man, yeah.
I guess.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
It doesn't feel right.
Nothing, I think, feels right in this matchup. I mean, Pika is kind of in that same camp where, like, you are getting out punished. Like, I think that's one of Marth's, like, quote-unquote weaknesses, right? Like, the character does kind of get, like, blown up now and again. Where, like, DK, Pika, ICs can sometimes just, like, really rock your world.
Yeah, I mean, as a mid-tier main myself, you know, the way I always feel about this is, like, Marth has a sword. He is going to win neutral.
Yes.
So I have to punish gap.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not punish gapping, I'm losing.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So, you know, Pikachu also the great dash dance, very fast, very solid neutral in his own right, and also melts you sometimes.
Yeah. I think a lot of this is going to be based around, like, how well Kadorn begins to set up around the space for cross-up nair. Wow.
That's clever.
I mean, just using the whole stage to be able to get that Thunder Jolt out. And
that should be,
shadowing out. Yeah, that's tough.
Trying to hit him with the zip. Okay. Oof.
What the fuck?
I respect it, man. Sometimes
What the fuck?
Yeah, I like going on stage there, but up till
not. Oh.
I think it was because he tried to maybe squeak a Thunder Jolt out.
Yeah, sometimes if you do something too close to the blast zone, it does kill you, right?
So if it's if you get out of tumble and you're not inputting your DI because you reset your stick to neutral, you can just fly into the blast zone because you're no longer DIing. It happens all the time with like Luigi and Falcon with side
Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah, no Pokemon. Luigi.
Good to know. Good for the players at home.
Average drop with dimension.
Okay, good walling, but checks out nicely.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how like you know how much Kadorn's approaching and you know doing these nairs forward. Oh, there's that F smash again.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of it is to kind of check like the jump squat on where like Axe might want to approach because so much of like where you get started is off
with the sword.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Right. So like we see here, he's going to be going for like walling fairs here, or just like trying to keep out.
Yeah,
a little bit.
No, that makes sense.
Nice.
Good old floaty killer.
Yeah.
That's a classic, man.
It's so good too. Even if they DI out, you just get to reset for free. Yeah, but see, like the spots where he's putting his hitboxes are very much like I need to make sure Pika doesn't jump here.
That makes sense. And
it's either like catching that or like catching the landing. Like he's going for either like dash forward, you know, fair or nair, or he's doing like the jump fade back to be able to catch the landing on.
Right.
See, like that.
Yeah, but you know, Axe doing such a good job of just like weaving around it too.
It's like what part of your hand are you trying to show me right now? And it's just winning that mix-up in neutral over and over.
Over and over, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Axe really does have such a good feel for just like the very few mix-ups. I mean, he is like starting, you know, half of his approaches off of Nair. So
yeah.
You know, it's easy to like oversimplify and think like, oh, Nair is Nair, but you can do it with one move so many different ways in Melee.
Well, it's also like how do you like benefit much of anything off CC is Marth here, right? Like maybe you get F smash and low percent, maybe you get this or that, but like once it starts knocking down, it starts to become a real problem.
For sure. Because before in like those CC percents, you either have to do that like early rising one, so you drive by.
Nice snipe.
He's pretty good at that. But no, he's really again showing that he is putting in a big 2025.
Yeah.
Because he probably is top 10 right now. He's you know
he's up there. I mean, he's got good wins. He just needs to like piece a few things together. Getting that Zane win again, it's got to feel good for him.
True.
So there was a bit there where it looked like Zane kind of had his number all over again.
But he's a new man, new Pika.
Yeah. Doing a lot more like playing the close range here, I think.
Right.
Like very much just like keeping it like we're at down tilt range. I'm applying the pressure. It's my turn to play the game.
And then just you know that F smash. It's funny that like You know, you don't see Zayn just ripping an F smash like that in the edge guard.
I don't think he's applying it quite yet.
Which is it's so crazy to say.
Yeah, it's like you've got a Marth that's like showing it, doing it, and maybe it's like just a risk reward thing. Yes, he tries to go for the CC there, but it's wonky. What the?
Okay.
Sure, man.
Yeah, sometimes you want a full hop neutral B, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Good waiting for that.
Yeah. This is looking
Force
a lot
down?
more. I'm trying to remember where that set was. But there was a set where I think Doran 3-0'd Max.
Yeah.
And I cannot remember the tournament for the life of me. But it was this style of play where it was very, very like heavy anti-cross up like mix.
Right.
Very
Budget
good punish
Fox.
on the edge guards.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I remember it happening too.
Yeah.
But no, I'm impressed because we haven't seen Ghidorah in a while. So for him to be this competitive with Axe and obviously beating Slug earlier this evening, it's great to see.
Oh yeah. Maybe crazy for winner side top 32.
Right. Because the winner of this again goes on to play. I guess it's not. Is it on?
It's going to be Lod at this
Zane?
point.
Oh, it's Lod, right.
Outmatched.
Yeah. I think he's playing. Axe is kind of dragging out the distance a little bit more. So where we saw those first two stocks get a lot of benefit, he's trying to like pull that back slightly. Like where Ghidorah was able to get those down tilts out, he's just trying to play it a little bit longer, a little bit further away. It's not going to kill, and he's not able to get Thunder out without committing to go on stage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, some real great adjustment from Ghidorah.
Yeah, I mean full reset out of the corner too. Ghidorah doesn't want to mess around. Like what I'm seeing.
Oh, and gets back too.
There you go.
That's
I mean, this is just tough because like after this, it's like, do we just go Fawn? Pokemon?
Your guess is better than mine, man. I have no. But I guess it's not over. It is Pikachu. We did get kidnapped a couple times.
And he's playing pretty safe by ledge. Let's see. It's like we're past CC %, so he's not going to be getting anything cheeky in to grab unless he misses spaces.
Right.
That is the real nice thing about this game. Is like once you've earned it, you're pretty safe, right? If you play right.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, I think matchup momentum, like.
Yeah, anything's winnable.
Yeah.
But it's just tough.
I disagree. It's more like anything's
172
possible.
though.
Fast game.
Alright.
Could have suicide this turn. Pika.
Alright, so you're thinking Fod? Is that the
That might
play?
be the play. You kind of want to keep that space close, even with the low ceilings. Like Marth getting to dash dance seems really unpleasant for Pika.
Right. But I feel like Yoshi's too congested. Do you think?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's my feeling. And like you get the platforms for easy setups too.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like getting F smashed. So.
No one does. No one does.
There is nothing worse than just like getting tempered in neutral.
Yeah, because
Alright, it's been like 5 hours. We're gonna take a break now.
Were you making the right
I'm
decision?
gonna chill.
Yes.
Demons.
Were you making it intentionally? And that's where it all falls apart. But
I guess Dreamland.
If
Interesting. I guess he's looking for that survivability,
Yeah.
right?
It's gonna be the last thing I say.
I mean, with how efficient